What's up, everybody? Welcome to DreamHack Open. This is the North American Quals. I'm your host, Lawler. Going to be casting and watching all these matches. A little bit different, though, for you guys today. Rather than your typical sweaty, try-hard casting, we're going to keep it kind of chill. A little bit different. Rather than this, like, over-the-top hype all the time, think of this more as, like, an entertainment and educational stream. So rather than the typical play-by-play and yada yada, there's gonna be stuff like if I can do it, like this, you know, where I do this and be like, wow, if this player would have went here and done that there, they would have been happy. Stuff like that. So a little bit different, but hopefully you guys get the point across. It should be good. I look forward to keeping you guys entertained today. Hopefully things go well. If you guys do have questions, concerns, ideas, things like that, you let me know. Otherwise, we're just going to chill today. It's going to be a lot of fun. These guys are just about ready to join the match. Looks like lobby is created. Maybe. Enable to find server. Come on, lights out. Pummel these nerds into the ground. Pluto showing his bias already. Good to see. So the plan, first game up is going to be lights out versus plebs versus allegiance. After that, I'm going to try to go find Atelier. If you guys don't know Atelier, they are back with the dumbest name I've ever seen. It is Matt, Dapper, and I forget the last one. Matt, Dapper, and somebody, but pro players that we haven't seen in a long time that I would like to see. So we're going to try and get to them after if we can. This server needs to go up. If you guys need the bracket, oh, it's Euro or Gyro. Explosive Gyro. Nice. What's up, Mertzy? Someone's content me here? Hell yeah. Well, Sunless is a beautiful, beautiful man. Did you guys check out his first stream yesterday? No, it's Prime. Yeah, it's Prime Thunder. Okay, that makes more sense. I like the name Atelier. I don't, because they had to say Atelier when it first happened, and I'm like, you guys suck. Hey, there we go. Alrighty, boys. You guys ready? You guys ready for some matches? Bam. Blue team is going to be plebs versus allegiance. That didn't take long. And the right team is your boys, lights out. Now, if you guys don't know these two teams or who they are, obviously plebs versus allegiance is a ragtag group, a bunch of content creators we'll go with on the other side for lights out. Lights out is a bubble team that has been extremely close to hitting qualifiers numerous times for the RLRS. But the thing that you watch out for, infield pass plays is going to be the name of their game. That's been the name of the game for the longest time here. Probably the most consistent thing when it comes to the meta of Rocket League as of late, I would say. The nice thing is you guys get to see how effective it is against a team that, as much as I love Silence Con, no offense, should be an easy 2-0. And that's just being candid. I have no reason to lie to you about that. I saw Sunless play yesterday. It wasn't the prettiest thing I've ever seen. He should stick to the dribble challenges, all right? Plus, he's using to scare him. Like, how dare he? Either way, a lot of fun stuff here. If you guys are new to the stream or don't know what's going on, or if you guys have any questions, we're going to be doing less of a sweaty tryhard cast and more of a informational or educational stream rather than the typical. That's a nice pass down. Khan just did a video on 10 horrible mechanics, and useless demos was one of them. Double committing on that play in the corner. Not the best idea. That's a goal. AJ, do it. Do it, AJ. Get him. Close enough. That's a good pass. Good pass. pretty straightforward from AJ here. Nothing too crazy. Popping it up to himself, able to read the backboard. He actually plays it to the left side with one coming in. Works out really well. Super nice for Vandry. Easy plays all around. Well done from Lights Out, up 3-0 with 3:50 left. We're only a minute 10 in to our first game here in this best of 3. And it's a yikes for me, dog, already. Double commit there. Not the best idea, but should be okay. The thing that Lights Out are going to be able to do is they're getting a lot of space, a lot of extra pressure. Good challenge at the midfield. Khan is going the wrong way. What is he doing? So, one player is moving downfield. If this is the net, one player is moving downfield this way. Khan decides to come across this way. No matter which way he hits this challenge, it's still going to pinch with his ball either this way or this way, which is not towards the net. No reason for him to come across. He should just stay over in this area for a pass. There you go, Khan. Way to put it away, man. Good effort. Is Loconate still in Lights Out? Not to my knowledge. I haven't heard that boy's name in a while. Not since he did the Kronovi green screen thing with his full suit. Also, just to check with you guys, audio, all that kind of stuff, be okay. Hopefully, things are all good. If you guys have any feedback or anything, let me know. As long as audio and all that kind of stuff is good, there's no hiccups or drops or anything, we are good. So, I want this to be a little bit more interactive as well. If you guys are in chat, or if you guys want to talk, or if you guys want to hang, feel free to communicate. This is going to be a mutual thing. Also, Corelli, if you want to come sit and watch and talk for a little bit, feel free to let me know. I can always throw you in a Discord with me. Appreciate you guys all being civil in chat as well. Smells great. Thanks, dude. I showered this morning. Only Corelli? This is an NA stream, Stumpy. Stop trying to interject your values on me. Let's see. Touch off the backboard does force one out. Probably not the best idea. I don't know why nobody's there behind him to follow up. Yeah, what up, Preiko? How you doing, buddy? Glad to see we both have our accounts back. Hope you're doing well, my man. Wow, what a touch. Double commit, though. So, the scary thing about a team like Lights Out right now is clearly the pressure. They're not really feeling it. And because of that, they're allowed to play extremely aggressive. It's actually really similar to Cloud9. When Cloud9 gets an early lead, rather than turtling and playing more passive or more defensive to lesser their mistakes on defense, they actually play more aggressive because they know they have a little bit extra lives in their back pocket. So they can afford to make mistakes, which makes them even more dangerous on offense. They commit harder than they should. They play a little bit more aggressive on the ball, which applies this like overwhelming amount of pressure. Oh, he almost got that pre-jump. And you can see it here. Just Mikey has no worry about the consequence of challenging this. All three pushing up and challenging. I had the hiccups. And they just put one shot on after another. Obviously, looking at the scoreboard, I can't because that means I would have to click on the screen. But shot-wise, they're at like a 3-to-1 ratio if I'm doing the math in my head correctly. Fortunately, being down by 5. Kind of tough moving forward. Obviously, these guys want to pressure ahead. But a lot of it just has to do with poor positioning. You can see a lot of these challenges are coming while either moving backwards or coming across. Part of the reason why that is because these guys aren't challenging from a direct situation. Same thing as kickoffs. You want to put yourself between the goal and the net as much as possible. But when you're challenging from a moving backwards or otherwise, good training pack is difficult or unconventional saves. Makes it very difficult to put the ball into place. Same thing like that. Very rushed save. Puts it out in front. But this should be an easy fake from Mikey. Goes for one fake, doesn't get the second. Plays over into his own half. Come on, Khan. Show me those dribble skills. Got to flick early. You're not going to get that kind of time against players like these. Clear downfield. Should be able to grab boost. No. See, man challenging that. There's no real need for it. He's coming across the midfield here. Like this. He has a teammate behind him and another one over. If he stays upfield and goes down here and lets this man come up, they can pass it across and then go for a shot. committing too many players to the same spot. Khan is going somewhere. What is Khan doing? Interesting. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I like it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-oh. This is Rocket League, boys. Top tier. Top tier. Congrats to Lights Out on their first victory, putting themselves up in the series. This is a best of 3. So, one more and they're done. One more and they're done. Hopefully the overlay and everything is working. It is. Oh my goodness, it's a miracle. Really liking the diagrams. I find it easier to see. Yeah, not a problem, man. If I can draw my way to victory and into your hearts with understanding, I will do my best. Also, there used to be a spectator bug where, like, after every game, the overlay would appear. That doesn't seem to be the case right now. So, I don't know how that got fixed, but sweet. Oh, there it is. I just spoke too soon. Double touch. No, there's literally everybody on the backboard. So, Vandry's playing that over to the left instead. If you guys could not message me on Steam, let's show up. Lola, to answer your question, I should be able to take care of that, but I trust your guys' judgment. You should be fine. Appreciate the ask, though. Alright. Khan going for yet another demo for no apparent reason. So, Khan's issue seems he wants to interject with demos when he's out of position. So, the reason why that whole play broke down is actually because Khan. There was so if this is their goal, this is midfield, right? Manivault has the ball and he's moving down this way. Khan should support him as the second player in rotation. Instead, he goes in front of him and goes for a demo. Not only does he miss the demo, but he also commits 2 players to 1 possession. Not what you want to do. Support your teammate from behind, because then if he goes for that 50-50, you're in a position to make something out of it. He's done that numerous times. Trying to get a tornado flick. Doesn't get it, unfortunately. Does manage to steal the boost. If you're ever close to a boost in the corner here, the 100 boost, the hitbox is actually at the top. That's how Mikey's able to steal it away from Sakan, even though they both got there roughly the same time. With that positioning, am I putting third man mid? Third man can basically be... Think of your third man as a flex pick. His job is to simply fill the role. His whole point of his positioning is to determine, based upon where my 2 teammates are, what is the best scenario for me? Is it to be to the right at midfield for a pass? Is it to be back into the right to make sure I can cover this in case Khan misses it? That is all a situational thing. Good pass across. This should be an air dribble for AJ. He's going to go for a ceiling touch instead. Still has a jump available. Flips it over the top. Makes it real easy. I think there was one pressuring in net as well. That's just a good textbook air dribble. Let's see if there's one pressuring in net. There is Vandry being a bully. Well done. That's how you go for a demo, boys. Are you in charge of streaming all of Pool A2? Yes. Yes, I am. Hopefully you guys join me for a nice evening of Pool A2 Rocket League. More bullying coming out. God damn it. Wide open net due to the over-aggression of demos. Trying to get to see Atelier, guys. That is the next one and part of the plan. The difficulty with trying to find Atelier is the team that they were up against actually disqualified the previous round, which pushed up their stream schedule like a solid 5 to 10 minutes. That's part of the reason why we may not be able to find them. Another goal tying up the series. There you go, boys. Not the series, but the game. How'd that bump out? So that pinch out was there. There was nobody in net. Not sure why nobody else is back there. Atelier just 2-0'd super. That's what I figured. I was talking to Matt a little bit before this. And he said he was going to throw for us so we could get the game, but apparently he lied after I said easy 2-0 heart. Good touch from Manivolt. Way to get up there before Mikey. Mikey going from a kind of a direct approach underneath. Takes a little bit longer to loft up. Khan going for the own goal. Luckily, he can't shoot. I'm only being savage towards Khan because he's a buddy and I love him. But he almost own gold. Who is Atelier now? Atelier is Matt, Prime Thunder, and I forgot it. I knew it just as, and Dapper. Thank you, chat. This is just becoming a meme game between two friends, and kind of yikes, dog. Don't go for that. No. So as soon as that ball's out of his reach, let your teammates in the middle. They're in a better position for it anyway. Good demo from Mikey. That was actually going to be Khan's next in rotation. He should leave that for AJ. He does. So you can see it from Mikey in the back here. When Mikey's at the midfield, rather than forcing his way up, all he's doing is he's just kind of zoning the goal. He's just waiting for an opportunity to see where the ball goes, and then he goes to attack afterwards. Really simple stuff. Also, that was a really weird smiley face with the unibrow. Good cut inside. Play that across to AJ into open field. Fortunately, AJ doesn't get the right touch on it, and there is a double commit. Another problem with Manivolt here is he's just throwing it downfield. That could be an easy way to give away possession. He had nobody on him. Could have held on to it for a little bit longer. Good challenge by Khan, even though he's moving backwards. It gets possession off of Mikey's shot. Good save from Khan as well. Goes for the bump instead of the ball. Interesting choice. So, too many times you're starting to see the plebs versus allegiance. Rather than choosing to maintain possession of the ball, they're in panic mode and just kind of hit it. Interesting fake choice. Probably could have just scored that. Difficulty is with them just hitting the ball. It pushes it away from their car, which makes it really easy for the lights out boys to get the ball back and then just kind of go with their passes. If you're ever on defense and you're in trouble, if you're low on boost, whatever you're doing. Oh, they almost tied it up. That was super close. Well, congrats to Lights Out. Easy 2-0 for them. That is going to do it. Well done. Well done. 2-0 for Lights Out. Simple and easy. I'm going to clear these up. Just overwhelming. Nothing they can really do there. Just a matter of skill mismatch. It happens. They'll drop to the lower bracket. We might catch them later. Taking a look at the qualifiers. We're waiting on Reborn Knights versus Lich eSports. Atelier is ready to go, so we'll watch them next for sure. Let me update the title for y'all. I assume Revelation is going to win their match, and we'll try to grab them after. So Revelation is playing Danger. We still have to wait on 2 matches. Those should finish just about. The Atelier match is ready. So what I'll try to do for you guys in chat, just to keep mixing it up a little bit, is we'll go to AH. If you guys need the bracket, exclamation point bracket, we'll open it up in chat. AH is going to be Atelier versus Reborn Knights or Lich eSports. And then we'll hop up to the winner quarters at the very top, and that should be Revelation. I assume they'll beat Danger, and then Blackout, Synergy, Red. So Revelation will probably play, I would assume, Blackout, and then it'll be Revelation versus Lotion, as long as Lotion isn't trying to cheat again. Poor them using someone playing on somebody else's account. So not the kind of stuff we want to see. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard about that. Not good. How are they not banned? I think it's an org by org basis. What is this for? So if you guys don't know what's happening today or what's going on this weekend, there's plenty of channels that are all going to be... Lawler knows about Lotion? Yeah, you see how soft my skin is, bro? Come on. Also, I have tattoos. You gotta use Lotion. Got here for the end of that one. Keep dropping that knowledge, Lawler. Not a problem, man. Appreciate you being here constant. So for those that don't know what's going on this weekend, this is the DreamHack Pro Circuit. DreamHack was generous enough to partner with Psyonix, and there's 4 $100,000 tournaments this year, live events. Just like last year when the dudes qualified, we are playing for DreamHack Leipzig in Germany. These guys are playing for a trip to Germany, all expenses, getting travel and hotel accommodations, food, and all that kind of stuff, all taken care of. There will be 2 teams that qualify for that. Today is the open qualifiers. There is 8 teams, I think it is, that are in the closed qualifiers that we will do tomorrow. So if you guys enjoy what we're doing today, we'll be doing this all day tomorrow as well. We're casting like 5 or 6 matches tomorrow in the closed qualifiers. But today is Pool A2. There is 4 pools. I'm doing one of them, and there is other people doing others as well. The general premises is we are trying to find out and weed out as many teams as we can, and then tomorrow is going to be kind of the cutthroat game. So really exciting stuff. We're down to winners round 3, so we're just shy of the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals will be 8 teams available, and then there's the lower bracket as well. So there will be, yes, 16 enclosed qualifiers that make it through technically, or not 16. 8 make it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 teams will make it through. 8 teams will make it through, not 16. This Reborn vs. Lich game is taking a while. Yeah, it's a close one, man. Let me see if I can get more info for it on you. Let's see. Nothing. 21 minutes, though. 21 minutes, man. Also, Loaf is going against Boost Legacy. That's another really good match. Boost and Loaf are both 2-0. No issues for them. That should be a really close match. And that's in round 3. Question Mark is playing Aqua right now. They're 5 minutes in. Lotion and Grain are going right now. But 21 minutes. Jeez. Endeavor and Cosmonauts are going. Endeavor just won 2. Oh, that was still a long overtime then. So Endeavor and Satisfaction are up right now. And then winner of that will play Atelier. Still waiting on Reborn, though, and Lish. Check Liquipedia on Twitter. They tweet out the streams. Here, let me update it for you guys. I'll make it easy. If you guys would like to support everybody watching, which I highly recommend, the easiest way to do it is like this. Give me a sec. I will make a command for you. Also, Khan, shout out to him for tweeting out the stream. Appreciate him for that. Here. Let me make this easy for you guys. 8 in upper, 8 in lower? No. There will be 4 that qualify for the upper and 4 that qualify from the lower. 8 teams total. Also, hi, Les Mom. How are you? Rival eSports, Rocket League Central, and Sadie is on fire. There. If you guys would like to watch all the streams at one time, !multi will show my stream, Rival, Rocket League, and Sadie. Everybody gets a viewer from you if you do it that way. I highly recommend doing it. It's a great way to do it. Who's streaming A3? I assume it's Rocket League Central. Those are out of order. It is me A2, Rival Esports Pool A1, Central is 3, Sadie is 4. But if you want to watch all of them, !multi will pull up everything. Came here from multi, but Lawler is the quality, so I maximum. Hey, appreciate it, Fly. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Hope you guys are all having a good day. We're just waiting on this match to go. So, Lich won. 2-1. Lich over Reborn. Congrats to them. Good shout, Lawler. Not a problem, dude. Not a problem. How you doing, Stumpy? How's your day? All right. Looks like we got some info from these boys. Atelier versus Lich. They spell eSports with a lowercase e. I'm going to fix that by making it a capital. Are you going to try and get both winter semis? I can't. It's physically not possible. I will do what I can depending on the time frame, but likely that time-wise it won't line up. So I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can. If you guys want to stop talking about feminism and gender equality in chat, that would be super. Let's focus on the Rocket League. Like, why talk about that when you can talk about how dope these wheels look, you know? Esports is not written with a capital, though. It is when it's in a proper sense in a title. So it's like saying it's a proper noun, so you capitalize it. I don't like the wheels. Rude. How dare you? Yeah. Esports is lowercase when it's used as a noun. When it's a proper noun, use it as a capital. Pretty straightforward, really easy to do. The only time you use hyphens or any of that kind of stuff is if it's in a title of some sort, which you can change, but... See? Flyware used the correct sentence. Esports is written as esports in normal circumstances. Boom. Nailed it. Pretty easy. All right. Lobby is up. I'm going to do the old Heideruna. Bam. Type in this password you guys can't see anyway, but I'm not going to risk it. Server's not up. Crap. Loving the wheels. Thank you for streaming for us. Not a problem, man. I'm glad you guys are here. Hope you guys are all having a good time. This match should be a little bit close. But if you guys haven't seen Matt play recently, keep your eyes out. Matt has been playing out of his mind. Actually pulled white zombies from a crate last week. Gonna sell them tomorrow. Nice, dude. Congrats on the zombos. Congrats on the free keys. Matt always does. Not true. Dap is really good, though. Or at least he used to be. Dap's kind of fallen off a little bit. But still extremely mechanically gifted. I think he's just looking for a team. I'm curious to see on how the rotation plays out because Dapper's usually like a setup kind of guy. Matt is as well. And then Prime Thunder was a really huge striker. Bach, I don't know how he can be better when we haven't seen him play in a competitive sense in like 6 months. I don't know. I don't justify or I don't use six mans. I don't use six mans as a qualifier because you're not playing against a dedicated threes team. Like playing with a bunch of ragtag pros is different than playing against a dedicated team that grinds together every single week. Because playstyles don't always match up. The chemistry may not always be there. Like it's a little bit different. Like it's a good justification to be like, okay, this guy has a quality of being a pro player, but it's the same thing. Like we haven't seen Miho play in 7 months either. Like I don't know how people are like, oh yeah, let's pick up Miho. I'm like, it's a risk. He's a good player, but it's still a risk. Yeah, I want to pay attention to Atelier for a while. I understand he has the ability to compete, but there's a difference between skill in a pub match and skill in a pro setting. For example, CLG. CLG was a team of a bunch of really good solo queue players, and in ranked, they were gods, but they didn't win a single series in RLCS. This server needs to go up. Come on. I'm not denying Dapper's an extremely talented player, but CLG was bad because it was 3 of the same player. I mean, I literally just said that Atelier is kind of the same right now. They're all offensive heavy. Not saying they can't change, but dude, Blues, you remember when Hot Wheels said used to be able to 1v3 pro lobbies? Then that's bad news. They're all extremely talented, Baka. I don't think they'll have any struggles until winter semi. CLG swept C9. Yeah, because C9 didn't care. But not to make excuses. C9 should have won, but Ah, yes, the dinosaur age. Yeah, dude. It was a long time ago. Why is this lobby not up? Come on, boys. Oh, I literally type lobby up in moderator and it finally goes up. There we go. Here we go, chat. Let's fix these overlays for y'all. I don't know who has high seed. I'm pretty sure. It's going to be Atelier. Guys, we're going to make assumptions here. Hopefully we don't get burned for it. Alright? We're trying to get ahead. I understand these are still a best of 3. These games go by quick. Nailed it. That feel when you're ready before the players? It feels good, man. CLG always had good scrim results according to most pros. Most pros also agree that scrims don't mean anything. Case in point, 1 in 6. But we don't need to discuss that kind of stuff. CLG had a lot of talent. They just weren't able to put it to use, unfortunately. I'm from which the server says not cross-platform permitted. Wasn't me. It wasn't me, guys. I promise. I didn't do it. Wait. Atelier? It sure is, buddy. It sure is. They're back with a totally different roster. What is this, Season 3? Hopefully we don't see Season 3 gameplay. all the Atelier boys leave. They're like, oh yeah, crossplay. Yikes. Can someone make an Atelier comment? Yeah, Lola, Wendy, if you guys could make team commands, that would be great. For the major teams that we're going to see, if you want to make team commands, that'd be great. Lawler not looking for cross-platform parties. I like to be able to talk to my teammates, man. And for some reason, all you guys do is quick chat at me. Just BM what a saves, man. See? Baka's already started. Baka. They just gotta join the Discord on their phone. Yikers, dude. The other boys should be joining shortly, I assume. The nice thing, though, is this actually helps us out. So the benefit of this taking a little bit longer, I appreciate you guys being patient and waiting, is it kind of evens up the bracket. Because the bracket was easily in favor of these guys going forward. So Matt, where's Dap? Dap, where you at? The hell is Dapper's name on here? It is just Dap. They're not even online. What? Come on, boys. Yo, Ezio, how you doing, buddy? Looking forward to Complexity tomorrow and almost half my year anniversary. What's up? Not much, man. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Just waiting for, there they are. I'm so proud of them. They made it. All right, here we go, guys. Atelier is ready. Going against Lotion eSports. Should be a doozy. Let's do this. All right. Primate moving. Okay, this match expect to be a little bit closer than the last one we saw. The last one was pretty one-sided, so double touch from Matt. Nope, doesn't get the read. A little bit too high. Okay, let's see what Dap does. So if you saw it with Dapper, rather than going and just, wow, that was actually an own goal. That's so unfortunate for them. It's a little bit different. Dap, rather than just like hitting that as hard as he could, he tried to play it across the corner, but he did see Lucky challenging. So he had to try to keep it close, but at the same time, if he kept it too close, it was an easy 50-50 for Lucky because Dapper was facing sideways. So if like this is the net and here's the corner, he's moving this way while the other player is attacking this way. If he 50s that, it's going to pinch and go inside. So Dap tried to play it close to try to get around. Either way, it doesn't work out. Red idea, though. Red idea. Fortunate own goal, though. Good job by Dapper drawing 2 in, but well defended by Lish. They had a close 2-1 series last time. Well, Atelier hasn't really been tested. Good 2-0s and then a disconnect, so pretty rough shot from Dapper. Didn't have any boost. Looks like he wanted to probably go for an aerial there. The backboard, no follow-up. Good thing from Tardo there is by launching it up high, that does force Atelier to use and expend a lot of boost. It also draws 1 out. Good save. Recovery so far from Lish has been really good. Getting back hurried. No double commits yet. A good solo touch. Should be a goal. Well played. The patience here as well, just really smart. Unfortunately, that thing keeps popping up. Got a little bit lucky here. He tried to go underneath, which was what he intended to do, but unfortunately, Dapper should win that challenge. God, that pops up every time. That's so annoying. This little thing is the drawing tool that I'm using. Sorry if it's distracting. I can move it off the screen for you. Miss from Dapper. Should be able to cover backboard. That's good. All 3 committed in the same spot again. It's the same issue we saw from CLG. All 3 players are there. One needs to go across field over here to be open for a pass. Another double commit. Shouldn't be an issue. Let's see what Prom does with this. Wants to get under it and then hit it with the nose of his car. Unfortunately, it hits more of the hood, so it launches up instead of downfield. That's a really good touch. It's a very dangerous shot. Playing across body. Well done. Prime Thunder shouldn't be rotating across. He should be going back and around. Works out for him, though. Matt's going to back off. Yep. Dap rotate in. Prime the other way. Sloppy. Just sloppy play from Atelier so far. And they're getting punished for it. So the first problem, this is the net because it's going to change on me midfield. One's rotating here, the other one's following in suit, and then the other one comes across this way. That part's fine. It's just when there's double commit here and the clear doesn't go out to a player waiting. It's just one mistake is all it's taking. Good job for Lich, though. They're capitalizing on the fact that the touches from the defensive Atelier have been pretty lackluster so far. Atelier just hasn't been able to generate any offense. Touches just aren't there or with power. There's an initial attack, but then nothing else after that to sustain it. Like to see the solo plays. Obviously, Dapper and some of these guys very, very mechanically good at individual efforts. That should enable them to get into a better position. Pass up is a little bit too far up. Right idea, though, playing that across up to a teammate. See what Prime does with it. Oh, barely misses again. Like, they're all backing off. And then when the attack comes, it's already too late. Like, the possession's already controlled majority by Lish. Nice follow-up from Dap. Super clean. I hate that this overlay keeps popping on. This bug is really annoying. It's kind of frustrating to see these guys let in a kickoff goal. Double boost grab. You guys are down by 2, and you opt out of cheating up on the kickoff. It's kind of weird. Good save, play to the side. I honestly feel this series is going to come down to a lot of solo effort from Atelier. Good play, though, from Lish. Super clean. Capitalize on mistakes. Nothing too difficult. Really well done. Really well done. Bennett, yes, I'm using Epic Pen. Yes, I'm using mouse keyboard. I don't have a drawing tablet hooked up. Hopefully you guys enjoy the little bit more relaxed style of what's going on right now. Trying to keep it pretty low-key. Maybe in the later matches I'll go a little bit sweaty on the cast, but... Guys, should I BM dude with a nose right now? Should I do it? It's out of love, but should I do it? Do it? Yeah, I'd invite dude with the nose to the casting booth to join me, but we saw what happened last time at Gnarly, so that's a yikes for me, dog. Boom. Love you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Good 50-50. Nobody there for the follow-up, though. Nice. Consecutive touches coming out. Really well played. Minus this stupid scoreboard. So 50-50 is crucial. That extra touch doesn't allow Lucky to clear it outside. That little pop-up making the huge difference there. Really well done. Atelier? Yes, Atelier. Not with Turt, unfortunately, but with Prime Thunder, Dap, and Matt. Cyanix, please fix spectator bugs. Good clear across. Dap can... Oh, no. Dap got a little bit too in front of that. It settled it rather than playing it towards the net. Don't know why Dap's trying to do that. He's moving this way across the net and trying to shoot it that way. The chances of him getting that kind of angle is just... Power is not going to be there anyway. Too many players want to go up for the ball when they can't really make anything of it. Instead, they could conserve their boost, get in a better position, and then go for the shot. Also, double commits everywhere. Luckily, Prime is nutty. Almost gets a double. Good pass up. Pass across, and then a shot. Oh, no, the crossbar. He's just passing it. He's trying to get Dapper more involved. I like it. I like it. This is just really pretty. Plays it across, then back right to him. Technically should have been a goal on the first one, but good plays. Good plays. Passing it to people in space. Really well done. This is kind of what I expected out of Atelier. A lot of aerial passes. Basically not even allowing Lish to get a touch on the ball. Minute and a half in, 2-0. Nothing too crazy still. Still plenty of time to get back. But big difference this game. Minimal mistakes coming out from Atelier. That's the shot I was looking for Dapper for the first time. That's a good touch. It's a really good touch. Using that jump at the very last second to put some power on it. Fantastic placement. Lining that up straight. Really well done, Dapper. Play it over to Prime. Good. Much better spacing on that pass as well. And a goal. This is the Atelier that I expected. So that touch obviously needs to either go to the right or the left. Or if he's going to play this way, it's got to have a lot of power on it. But because he's jumping straight up, there's no real force being put into the ball. It's just going to kind of kill it and then go back down. He has to play that left or right. Leaving it in the midfield there just leaves a wide open shot directly on target. Nothing difficult. Good second touch to maintain possession. Well done. Apologize about the lower third keep popping up, you guys. It's a spectator bug with Psionics. Just another mistake on defense. So, the being about halftime, 5-0 up, this is where things can get dangerous. Again, these high-tier players, these pros, unfortunately, Prime... Excuse me, guys. I have the hiccups. Prime, unfortunately, no longer with FlyQuest, now Rogue. They picked up Kronovi. He was trying out for the Peeps and WSOE, so interesting to see him go with a different roster for this. As for Dap, what a mid-air pass play. That'd have been sick if he would have got that. Dap using that flip reset. Or ceiling shot, technically. These guys are going to just get more and more creative. They're going to play faster. Challenges like that make it really easy. Corner's here. That ball's here. He comes from this angle. It pinches off the player and just goes inside. Really simple stuff. You have to play those out quick. The other option, too, if you're in that corner and you're here, don't be afraid to dish it back inside to your teammate if he's ready, who's facing this way, and then have him clear it downfield. It's a way to draw out someone on offense and then also make a clear downfield. So I'm trying to go for a flick to put that on target. He had a one-on-one scenario in his breakaway. Good boost knife from Petardo. I feel like I'm going to spend most of this time getting rid of this lower third, and it's going to drive me insane. Matt could have probably scored that, but tried to maintain and throw it over to his teammate. Not sure if he knew if he had the angle or not. Double commit, nobody back. This should be a goal. And it is. Nice. Too many committed up on that initial touch. You saw it right there. There was one over here and then another one that went the same way. Neither got a significant hit on it. Just played it straight out in the midfield. Let me know if that's better for you. Great read and placement from Matt. He preemptively went for this too. So Dapper plays that across, and then Prime gets a touch here. As soon as that ball is like approaching the backboard. The other thing too is he air rolls over. So his wheels are up top. The benefit of hitting his car on the nose is it's going to play it down at a more direct angle. Really well done. Got a Brazil. A little bit of a turnaround. Good touch by Dap. Bad touch by Dap. Dapper would have been better off controlling that one there. I don't know if he expected somebody to be there for a pass or not. But surprised he didn't solo take that. He had a one-on-one in the net, even with the pass across. Prime challenging backwards across. Don't know why he's doing that. But 7-1, we have a Brazil. Tied up series. This is going to the full distance. Good bounce back series from Atelier. Let's ready up. Let these boys get right back into it. Will you be at DreamHack 2019, Lawler? I sure hope so, man. I haven't gotten an invite for Leipzig, but we'll see. I sure hope to be there. Matt needs to ready up. Damn, Matt, look at that. So understand how many points that they just put on. 2 goals, 3 assists, 4 saves, 5 shots from Matt. Jeez. 4 goals on 5 shots from Dap. A couple of those shots from Matt, if they would have went in, would have taken away the goals from Dapper. So good to see just about everything assisted. I don't know if it was or not. It looked like it was, but the one on the right side of the best 3 is inverted. Is it? I have no idea what you're talking about. Looks fine to me. All right, let's see. Early goal for Atelier. Get the ball rolling early, something that they desperately needed. Expect them to be a little bit more conservative. What? So, this is the goal. Dapper's here. He's trying to play this across over here to corner, which would set up his teammate here to go up. Fortunately, he gets, and he's leaning back a little bit too far, which puts it in his net. Need to be tipped a little bit more forward to get a sharper angle on it. Good follow-up. Wanted to trap that down. Touch on it was a little bit too far to the right. It's out in the midfield. They should slow that down. Oh, what a pinch. Holy sh! Oh my god. How fast was that? 158? Oh my god. Look at that pinch. Wasn't technically a pinch, he just bumped him into it. It was a pull shot. A pull shot and it hit it with the top corner of his car. Prime should go up for that off back. No, Matt's back there. Never mind. Not Prime. Good follow-up as well to be right behind that. That angle would have been disgusting if Dapper would have got it. Go for the second touch. He does. Nice, Prime Thunder. Way to follow it up. Let's go to his perspective for this one. So he waits for this play to develop, hits it off the backboard. He does jump into it, which commits him across. But the craziest part of that, in the way that he gets that goal, is the recovery afterwards. So if he's goal, if he jumps into it, so he arrows into it, that forces him to land here. But he immediately turns and goes up for the second hit to place it across. Not the easiest thing to do. I thought he was just going to chip it up, but he actually puts power onto it. That should be Daps. Good clear. That should go straight to Matt. He's going to get beat to it, though. Prime Thunder is playing a little bit more passive now, and I like it. He's enabling the other two to play a little bit more aggressive on offense. And he's just waiting for his opportunity. Game. There we go. Prime should turn and go for that. If they want to apply immediate pressure, he could have half rotated on that. I don't know if he had the boost, though. No boost for Matt. That's kind of dangerous. Dab needs to buy some time here. Good challenge. Even better pinch. And he gets to it first. Oh, they all miss. No boost. Shouldn't matter. Demo's coming out. If Prime would have played that far post, they would have had a goal. That demo is clutch. Who am I keeping my eye on the most? Right now, it's been Matt. But I'm starting to lean towards Prime, because Prime obviously is a unique one, because he's the one with the most recent RLCS experience. And you're starting to see him change his playstyle. Usually he's very offensive, very striker heavy. He's going for a dome right now in a one-on-one. What a beast. Great heads-up play from Matt, too. So Prime wins the challenge here, and then immediately goes for a demo downfield with a one-on-one. Matt's initial shot was actually going to go short and actually was looking to go to the right towards Prime, but because he saw Prime cheating up that way, he delayed his hit. He lofted himself a little bit longer and just played it straight on target. Good follow-up play. That puts him ahead by 1 minute and a half left. Matt choosing to control it. Shouldn't go for that. I think he still had his jump available. I'm surprised he didn't wave dash. Dap choosing to go on the inside of that. That way we can cut it off. Yo, this spectator bug is actually making me upset. It's so annoying. Oh, what a shot. Way to tie it up. Well played by Petardo, playing it off the wall, back inside for a shot. Far left. Well done. We're going to go a little bit sweaty on this tryhard. It's coming down to the wire, boys. 3-3 in this best of 3. 1 minute remaining. Winner keeps on in the upper bracket. Loser drops down to the lowers. Stapper launches that downfield. Nobody there for the follow-up initially. He's going to have to chase it himself. 50-50 breaks out in the midfield. Contested as well by Prime Thunder, but drops down into the lap of Biscuit. He tosses it over to the midfield. Intercepted by Dapper. A high lofted ball. The follow-up there. No. To commit to it on the defense of Lich eSports, but it doesn't matter. Ball out into the midfield. Up for Matt, who plays it across to Dapper. Dapper back across. Can't get underneath it for the flick. And it settles out. Ball possession back to Lich. Shot far post. Saved by Matt. As it comes across, saved again by Matt. A mistake on defense could have been detrimental. But a flop there. Can Matt do it? He plays it off the backboard. He passes it to Dapper. Saved by Biscuit. 8 seconds remaining. Lucky goes for the clear. Are they going to try one last attempt? Matt up. Plays it across. Can Prime Thunder get it in time? He keeps it alive. Dunked by Petardo over to Dapper. Dapper back into the midfield. Up to Matt to commit on defense, but it's still up in the air. Can they keep it alive? No, it's going to settle. We go to overtime. Clutch defense coming out from both sides. But this is the decider. Golden goal to go ahead for the series. As the defense of Atelier pinches it away, but put right back in. The spectator bug still continuing to pester Lawler. He removes it with ease. The action back and ready to go as Dapper plays it up high and left to Prime Thunder. Does manage to connect to it after a weird approach on the aerial. Lack of communication causes two to commit and played it aside. The air flick and roll sets it up for Dapper. Another save, another follow-up, a double top, a triple touch. No, it doesn't matter. Dap's going to roll it in with the help of Prime Thunder, and Atelier closes it out. Good pressure from the team of Atelier. A little bit of a bump there, too. Kind of sloppy, but it works out. A win is a win, and Atelier takes it 2-1 in the series. Prime Thunder, I thought, had it. He touched it so many times off the backboard. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't get it. Good plays from them. Good plays. Exciting series as well. Let's see who's up next. Ooh, I think they're ready for us, actually. I know you guys were asking for these guys. Let's see if I can get them. Atelier does not look good. It's a little bit sloppy. Understand it's probably the first time they're playing together. I might be able to get Revelation and Lotion. I don't really want to give... I don't want to give viewership to Lotion because of what just happened. But I know you guys want Revelation, so I'm willing to stomach it for it. Revelation hasn't checked in yet. Okay. Yay, Cloud. How you doing, buddy? What happened? Apparently one of the players was playing for somebody. Or somebody else was playing. Boost Legacy and Question Mark is probably in their third match right now. It looks like it's 1-1. Endeavor is waiting for Atelier. Congrats to Atelier winning that close overtime. That was a really good series. I'm glad we got to watch that one, chat. That was good. That was good. I went a little bit sweaty at the back end there. It was 3-3 at like a minute left, so we all went in. It was a hype. It was a really good ending. Going down to OT, it's the way we do it. Also, my desktop audio got dropped really hard. Maybe that's the issue. Let's put that back up a little bit. Sweaty casting? Yeah, my brow. I feel it. You did do full cast when it came out? Yeah, I told you I would. Is Sunless Constellant? Let's take a look at the bracket. Allegiance boys. Plebs versus Allegiance. Where on earth did they drop to? They are fighting for their lives right now against OK. So they beat Chippendales, or Chinnindales. Chinnindales they beat 2-0. They're playing against OK right now. They're probably on game 2 or in a really long overtime for game 1. So they are still alive in the lower bracket. They are in bracket BM, which is the third from the bottom. If you're looking for them. Exclamation point bracket, we'll pull that up for you. Still waiting on check-in for Revelation and Lotion. They did sign in. We are good. Nice. We are going to get Revelation versus Lotion for you guys. I know you guys were asking for Revelation, so we'll hook that one up for you once the server goes live. Do RLCS teams get a bye? Some do. There's 8 teams waiting in the closed qualifier already. And then there's 2 teams that are invited. Did Atelier get smacked? They played sloppy and it got better. Get Krelly to cast? Nobody wants that boy to cast. Hell, I'm not even casting. Krelly, if you wanna chat for a little bit, we can. I'll keep you on for this game. Did I miss Atelier? Yes, Atelier just won 2-1 in OT. Super close match. Yeah, give me that Discord. Exclamation point Discord. It's discord.gg/Lawler. There you go. If you want to hop in the in any of the channels, I'll drag you in. Crelly is now a good boy. What up, champ?
Yo, what's up, dude? I love this game.
Let me message you info.
Alright.
Tell, actually here, I have you on. I have the things. Let me just invite you to the party.
Let me start up the game.
Chat, what am I working with here? Amateur hour? Come on. Wants to spectate the game, not even in the game, ready to go. God.
Wait, I have to play Rocket League to spectate? It's my first time.
These are all best of threes. You're in. Let me know when you join the party. You're in the party, so you should be able to just join party.
Yeah. It's coming, it's coming.
When Crowley joins, y'all get. Hey, there we go. Nice. So, Corelli, tell us why you are excited about said match.
I really like this Revelation squad, only because I know for T. Corel and Alpha Kev in particular, they've been very vocal about improving and wanting to get better, whether it's been six-mans in ranked or whatever it may be as a team, obviously. And seeing the minor success that they had at the WSOE in the qualifiers, even though they didn't qualify, they looked really, really good. And I'm really excited for this team because I had tweeted, I think, Alpha Kev before and saying that they're definitely a contender for a good, solid Rival Series team. So I want these guys to have their chance on the big stage before they get to that point.
Man, that's unfortunate for them to get that first goal that way, though. Blake. So Blake, I don't know if you saw that, was rotating back on that right-hand side, chat. He ended up pinching it past his last defender behind him that was moving in for the cheat up and setting it up right for Alpha.
One of the biggest things that Revelation does well that we saw from them earlier in their qualification matches for the WSOE was their midfield control. They're really good at finding each other, and a lot of pressure comes out from ZPS and T. Corel in particular. I think they really do a great job in the final third.
So, do you think we're going to see more of like a dedicated third and let those two kind of just develop as the game goes on, or is it more of a clean, full, like, 3 rotation?
I think that they're, I mean, I haven't seen too much of them because I only really have watched a couple Renegade Cup games from them and their most recent WSOE, but I think that really they're pretty
well, speaking of Renegade Cup, how do you feel about the recent thing with Lotion then?
I mean, that's just nonsense. I don't know why you would do something like that.
Right? Like, it's just, it's baffling.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of, you ruin yourself, you ruin your team, you let down.
Because, I mean, that's the one thing we have to talk about your team now. Like, no matter how good your performances have been in the past, all that kind of stuff, the one thing we as casters are going to focus on is, like, you guys tried to cheat in the last game. And the last time you played in an tourney. Like, that discredits you for whatever reason. Now, I will say in the other circumstances, that player isn't even in this lobby. So, hopefully they remove the problem. And we can move forward as well. So, a lot of demos coming out, though, compared to previous games.
A lot of pressure came out from Revelation early. Like, that first goal was just a breakdown from Lotion's side. But Lotion, well, up until that point right there, had done a great job of controlling every time Revelation tried to set up an attack. Slow them down a little bit because, like we saw, Revelation, when they get going, man, they look so good. And any team that can slow them down, especially after you give up an early goal, definitely gives yourself a better chance moving forward.
Yeah, now stuff we're seeing compared to previous matches and things that we're going to start to see as these teams get better and better as we move further into the bracket is notice the way that they support each other on the defensive end. And you see it from every single touch. Rather than committing multiple, or you're seeing Sunless Khan going full beeline for somebody's face, they're supporting the teammate so that easily the teammate goes up for the initial challenge. There's one behind him that follows into suit. If that doesn't work, he still has an option from this area by being patient to either go outside for a pass if this 50 goes neutral, and he can move forward. So that kind of stuff just enables you as a player and as a team to basically be in a position for success, which sounds kind of like a seminar, if I'm gonna be honest, but like it
sounds like a motivational speech.
Right. You know, you want to put yourself in a position to enable success.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I mean, that's really what it is. Everybody talks about like how are the rotations and everything, and like is there a one size fits all? And it's really not. Everything's situational. You're basically just enabling yourself by putting yourself in a position that allows you to make a decision, and the correct decision, and that changes every single time depending on what the scenario is. So a lot of these guys are starting to play a little bit more passive, but what makes the pro teams so good is being able to be in those positions without having to play hesitant or having to play passive. They can just be there because they create an expectation, but that also can go against them at the same time. It's a domino effect. You know, you put yourself in a position to be there first, but if it doesn't play out that way, and that's why tactical whiffs and fakies, as Exotos calls them, are so prevalent, because you don't expect it. You have this expectation of, okay, the ball is going to go to this mid area, but now it's not there. Therefore, both my player and the guy next to me are out of position, and it leads to a wide open shot. So hopefully that gets cleaned up. Nothing difficult yet.
Speaking of shots, I mean, there's only one come out from Lotion here. 7 from the side of Revelation.
Good fake.
You're talking about positioning too, and Lotion, like I said earlier, kind of cleaned things up, but obviously kind of time's creeping up on him now, and they played a little bit passive, a lot of control in the final third for Revelation, a lot of shots. I see a double kick coming out there, so, you know, getting things going early could have helped Lotion a lot more.
Yeah, pace definitely being dictated by Revelation. You just see the speed and the intensity that they're playing at. First to just about every ball, the only ones that aren't are even ones like this, and unfortunately for Alpha, he's out of boost, so he's going to have to pick up these small pads and kind of rotate out. But notice how as soon as he goes for that chat, rather than coming across, like, even though he's approaching the ball, he recognizes, I have 2 teammates already in this corner. I'm going to back off, even though I only have roughly 20, 30 boost. I'm going to cover back post, let the play develop, and then I'll move in. You don't want to double commit on stuff like that. Or triple commit in that case. Interesting to see. I thought Alpha was actually going to take that. He did get the corner boost. I thought he was going to turn on it, but even subtle touches like that from ZPS, he's not even playing it towards, like, the middle. All he's trying to do is maintain possession. So by smashing it off that corner, it just keeps it away from one defender. Plays it back to his team. Clean win from Revelation. Nothing too crazy, but like you said, just maintaining possession and aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, they did everything that I expected to in this game. They controlled the game through and through. We said early on, a lot of pressure on the Lotion side of things. That sounds really weird to say. On the blue side. And I think that later on, Lotion got a lot more space, a little bit more control. But I think you kind of hit the nail on the head talking about ZPS. I think that he does a great job. If he doesn't have the option to pass or shoot, he makes it tough for the defense to react and do anything about it. And that buys a lot of time for Alpha Kep and T-Corral to kind of devise a plan moving forward. And that's something that's really special about ZPS, I think. He does a great job of that. And you can see it there in that Lotion game. Again, clean sheet, only 2 shots coming out from Lotion. And really a couple awful goals or give-ups from Lotion side. Like Blake had a fake challenge on the second goal. And that bit him in the butt there when it went over his head. So, you know, a little bit more speed needs to come out from Lotion, I suppose, especially when the ball's coming towards their net.
Yeah, there's 2 ways that you can, for those that don't know, there's 2 ways you can pretty much maintain possession or obtain possession. If a team's playing fast, you either A, try to match that. You got to get to them first. You got to challenge the ball. You got to make sure that there's a follow-up. The other option is actually to do the complete antithesis, is to actually slow it down. So when you do maintain possession, you're forcing challenges. So you can do that by actually trapping the ball and forcing one of their players to come and challenge you. Basically brings them out of their natural position. It has to slow down the rotation. Everybody else behind them kind of halts. And as long as you force the 50-50 and you have someone to support it behind you, you can then overtake that and kind of dictate the pace yourself. Not the easiest thing to do, but because a lot of teams fall under the concept of pressure. They're afraid to do that in front of their net. They get kind of panicky. But that's actually the best place to do it. If you're low on boost, you're in front of your own net, you need to maintain possession, slow it down, force the 50-50, because all that's doing is buying an extra 5-6 seconds, but a pinch coming across. Alpha able to get it off post. That's a good angle.
Yeah, I really like he followed this one up off the corner. You can see, a lot of space here. The defensive Lotion really weren't expecting it or didn't react to it in time. Alpha kept doing a really good job of just following up that play after the initial touch. And again, from the defensive side of things, that's near post open, and Alpha kept just beats the last defender there.
Good challenge by ZPS. Dude, I swear, I'm just going to, crop out this lower third after a certain point.
Oh.
It is tilting me, dude. Did you know about the spectator bug right now?
No,
after every goal, after every goal, the lower third pops up again with all the names.
Oh, really?
It's so annoying. So I have to cycle through every single option because it saves the preset from the last time you clicked it. So it's supposed to be hidden, but then you're not hidden, so you have to cycle, turn off all the overlay. Like, it's so... God.
Oh, geez.
Ah! God, I hate this. It's so dumb. Sonics, please. God.
Is that new? How long has it been like that?
A couple weeks, man.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Ooh.
Yes,
Okay,
re in
please.
chat, please. Thank you. Dude, Alpha's playing really well. I think he's definitely the star player for me right now. Krell's like tying it all together, but Alpha's making the individual stuff happen. He's tying it together
Absolutely. And you're seeing they're playing the ball with intention quite a bit. The
Yeah.
clears, a lot of two-touch clears coming out. The first one. Maybe
Is he
not
actually
down
going to go
the
for that?
field. Yeah. Yeah. This Revelation squad is really fun to watch, and they still have so much to
That's like
improve
Season
on.
3 Devo Challenge. Double? Oh, come on. Like, dude, for those that don't understand why I'm like freaking out about that challenge is... If I can find my own cursor. He's challenging from here on a ball that's here. Like, he's going off the wall and... God, stop changing perspectives. This is the goal.
Oh, no.
This is the midfield. He's coming from here and hitting a ball here. Not something that we usually recommend. There's a much clearer path, but still. Oh, man. It looks like he wants to trap that and play that across and dribble it up. But
Yeah, it looks like the ball's going too fast. He probably should have hit it first time instead of trying to bring it down and take his first touch there. That's a tough goal to give up. But again, it's another goal on the side for Revelation that is kind of weak. It was more of a defensive mishap rather than Revelation pulling off great play. But this right here is a fantastic touch and pass out from T-Corral.
yeah, I mean, you just see how fast they're getting to it. So the first touch draws Blake out. Second touch from Krell draws the next out. And then you have both of them still in a position to move back through. Like, the follow-up is there. These guys, like, it's...
The only thing I'd say about that play is I don't want ZPS going back for that. I think
No, either do I.
could have come in and
He
put
should
that away.
rotate to go midfield, grab a 100 boost, and then sit kind of top. Because then if it does
definitely
pinch
go
out or
back.
anything, he's in a position, he's got boost. And then if it does pop high like it is now, the follow-up's there. Play that up back wall. This is another good way to kill time. The nice thing by Alpha here is a lot of times when you see people go up that back wall, they play at this high lofted over the top, and that just gives a ton of time for the other team to get in position. Instead, he actually goes underneath it and pinches it across a little bit faster. Enables them to get it across field and change positioning of the field like 2-3 seconds ahead of time. I'm telling you, man, the big difference between these teams, Carly, obviously you're well aware as well, is it's the little things, man. Like, the idea is we all have the idea of like playing across the backboard and going around, but recognizing that, okay, I need to do this as fast as possible so they're not in a position to deny it. Things like that are what keep these guys ahead.
It's also just like I said, little things of just capitalizing on minor mistakes, and Revelation has done a great job of kind of exposing just little missed touches or too slow to the ball, whatever it may be. Revelation's always there. You see that ball? I mean, who could have read the pitch across all the way to the net there? That's a tough one for the defense, but of course,
Good
our
pass.
Revelation players there.
Really good pass coming across from Lotion. This is just Blake being in a good spot. He gets the beat on one, but then staying in the midfield. He's just giving himself a play. The shot wasn't the best thing in those circumstances. Rather than rolling into it, you could probably just drive straight with boost. It'll put enough power to get it off the ground. But the flip does allow him to follow through. Cuts off the angle of clear. And the overlay's back. Show me it. Yeah, there it is. I hate you, overlay. I'm not even going to change you because it's just going to pop up again after this.
And again, another Revelation goal here. Just T. Corral, Blake not able to read off the back wall, and of course, the follow-up consistently there for Revelation. That's really all it takes to break down the Lotion defense right now. Is they're just constantly in their face, and if there's a free ball to touch the ground, a Revelation player's there.
Yeah, just getting outmatched here at this point. I do like, and probably things I'd recommend is more demos. Obviously, they're down. This is a match point situation with it being a best of 3, so the difficulty does lie in with you've got 4 goals in 45 seconds. Chances are very unlikely, especially if they keep getting touches like this. They don't even need to play it into the goal if they just keep playing it off the backboard and following it up. The amount of time being wasted, I mean, you're already talking another 10 seconds off the clock, and they finally get their first shot. Pretty rough, but demos may stop that rotation, something that I saw them working in when they were originally up. You can see they're panicking though. A triple commit in that corner too. I hear you making that sound. It's like oof.
Yeah, I mean, you see all of them go up to their own corner there. It's a little scary, but it really doesn't matter at this point. You're down by 4, 15 seconds left, and this one's a wash at this point. Move on to your next game.
Yep. That being said, congrats to Revelation. I know you guys wanted to pay attention to them. One of the fan favorites in this upper bracket. So congrats to them too over Lotion. They're going to be winning to the winner semi. That puts them 1 game away from qualifying for the closed qualifier, which is all day tomorrow. We'll be here live for that all day tomorrow as well. Hopefully you guys tune in. Lights Out and TFB are playing. They're just about wrapped up as well. They're 19 minutes into their match. Atelier and Endeavor are 15 minutes into theirs. They're probably finishing up either match 2 or somewhat through match 3. They might be ending up $2-1 over Boost Legacy, actually. I know you know Boost Legacy. They've been around for literally forever. But the rough thing for them is they're going up against Vince and Halcyon and Forky. So
Oh, they just lost.
Yeah. Which is like what?
No, not Vince. Boost Legacy.
Yeah. But I mean, it went 2-1. Like they got a game off of them, so congrats to them. But like question mark's going to be
like very 1-goal games across the board.
Yeah.
Very close series.
3-2, 3-4, 2-1. Damn. So close series, but I think in chat, let me know how you feel about this one. We're going to watch question mark and Atelier next. Unless Endeavor wins, but survey says most likely that.
I think that could be money on Atelier.
Yeah.
Jit was on that team
Prime
last Rival Series play-ins that was on the Garbage Men, I believe. That was like the 40th seed that was 1 game away or 2 games away from qualifying to the Rival Series. So you never know, but kind of fun fact.
Yeah, there's I mean, the big thing I'm excited. Obviously, we're looking ahead of ourselves, but I want to see that Afterthoughts team tomorrow.
Yes, I think everyone wants to see the Afterthought team.
I want to see like, obviously WSOE, right? Like, they get to play. Like, that's a huge opportunity, right? Like this unsigned no-name team comes in.
Yep.
And they get to play They get to play WSOE a LAN in Vegas, right? Against the best teams in the world. And it's not like just one region. It's the best teams in the world.
Right. And my favorite part about this is it only benefits them. Like, everyone's going to come in and say, this is probably the weakest team here, blah, 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 blah. But they're going to learn so much from that one event, even if they get blown out of the water, which I don't think they will. I think they're actually going to do okay.
I think they'll hold their own in the first couple rounds, but like it's the same thing as like when OCE first came to the RLCS, right? Like, yeah, are they going to lose? Most likely. We all assume it. But the thing that's important for them is the fact that they get to see what it's like to play against the best in a live environment. Like,
exactly.
You get to make connections. Like, for them, the biggest recommendation I have for Afterthought is go make as many friends, as connections as you possibly can, and have a good time. Like, realize you're there. There's no pressure really on you other than, like, yeah, we got a cool storyline coming, but that's about it. If you guys want to know who's on the cast with me, it is Corelli at the current moment. Shout outs to him for joining me for Revelation. I'll keep him around for the rest of the winners. I feel like that's the least we can do for Mr. Corelli. He took the time to click a link and join one channel in Discord, so he tried really hard for it.
Yeah, I'll stick around for a couple more games.
How was running errands?
I was literally running. Like, I literally went for a run. That was my errand.
It's not what an errand is, dude.
It is to me.
Oh, that's fair. Can you turn him up a tad? I can only turn up Corelli past 200% so many times. All right.
Sorry, I don't know why it's so quiet. Let me see if maybe it's on my end.
Here I have an idea. Let me boost Discord. I play PUBG with my headset volume super loud, so I have to turn down Discord. Otherwise, that's all I hear. Let's try this. Corelli, talk for me. Don't change anything.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
My name is Corelli, and I am now the captain of this stream.
He is the captain now. Yeah, you should be nice and loud. You should be good.
Hopefully that's...
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. He's a little too loud now. I'll fix it. Don't worry about it.
All right. Don't worry. I'm not gonna yell or anything. So
I don't know if you have it in you.
I don't actually. I literally can't.
Don't lie to me. I've seen the the highlight videos from RLCS. All right.
Yep. And then I couldn't speak for about a week after that.
Maybe you need to start yelling, man. You got to build up that resistance to squeaky voice.
I know. Well, it's tough. Like doing the CRL, I cast with Jorby and Cheese, who both have trained their voices so well. Cheese went to
Right.
school for it. Jorby can sing like a mountain man. And then there's me, who can hardly raise his voice ever. And if I do,
Just
it goes
learn
like
to,
5 octaves higher.
You got to learn to project, man. It's real easy. I'll teach you sometime. It'll be great.
Yep.
I'll start having you do metal vocals with me, and you'll be like, all right, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, I need that help.
Jorby's questioning a mountain man. I think he likes it, though. He's blushing. I can feel it from here.
Whatever. It was a compliment. I don't know what that means.
All right, chat. We're just waiting on this Atelier Endeavor match to fill up. We're going to be sumptuous here and say Atelier gets the high seed. And the question mark is waiting for them. Just makes me think of the Jared Dines video. It's easy to scream metal. No, it's actually extremely difficult to do metal vocals.
Oh, I saw that video.
Yeah, where all the
That was
people in the
funny.
crowd are like, and they don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah. How many teams from each region can qualify? It is 4? 2. 2 qualify. I think. 2 invite. Yeah. 2 invite from NA, 2 U, 2 qualify, 1 NA, 1 OCE. Yeah, 2. Everyone can pig squeal though, Lawler. Therefore, metal vocals equal easy to. Pig squeals aren't even like metal vocals. They're just filler. I know there's a capo in there, but for those that don't know, pig squeals are technically not a metal scream. They're just a high-pitched inflection. Anywho.
What do we know about the question mark team? I know that they tried to qualify for WSOE, but it's Vince, Forky, and Halcyon, right? That's the starting 3.
Yeah. I know they have another one that could possibly play. Yeah, Pyro is their sub, I think. But, I mean, obviously we all know Vince and Halcyon. Both RLCS players at some point. Vince probably started in Season 3 with Vindicator, I think. Or was it Deception? I don't know. It was one of those two.
Both.
I don't know. But he got his... Didn't he come in with, like, Lucky Bounce or some crap? A long time ago. I forget where Vince, like, originally started. Because I know Torment and all those boys got their start with Lucky Bounce way back.
Yeah, the Lucky Bounce was Torment.
Yeah.
And Timothy and Darkfire.
That's right. Darkfire. That's the other one. But Vince came in and was like this prolific striker that everybody's like, who the hell is this guy? You're getting a double tap. That's insane. Yeah, it isn't. It was Deception. Thank you. And just kind of tapered off. He had a hard time finding a solidified roster and just now one of those players that still plenty talented, but when you're out of the RLCS, you actually lose so much. Just by being able to play and scrim those guys on a weekly basis is a very, very beneficial thing.
Yeah,
Lights Out
I mean, we've seen a lot of people
What?
who have fallen out of the RLCS. They
Lights Out lost to
lose a lot.
TFB, dude. 3-0, 3-2, 4-7. Wow, what a high-scoring game. Vandry, AJ, and Mikey lost to Trey, Duck, and Deck. Damn,
it's
dude.
it's the Fukin boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm honestly not too surprised. I'm not too surprised by that. Yeah, Trey.
Trey's pretty good.
I know Trey's pretty good.
Trey's
yeah,
the one I know on that team.
I know I know Deck, and I've seen Duck around a little bit, but I'm not surprised by that. What was the scores? Oh gosh, they scored 7 goals in the last game.
Yeah, 4-7. Which
Yeah,
leads me to
4-7.
believe that Revelation's going to have an easy time with that one, just because no defense, you know? Like,
Yeah.
if there's that many goals going on in the game, there's definitely some issues on defense. And Revelation with how they play should be able to...
You're talking about TFB giving up 4 goals.
talking about lights out, giving up 7. TFB even giving up 4 to lights out. Like, if TFB is giving up 4 to lights out, like,
Yeah. No, yeah,
there's
I agree.
some issues on defense, or it just became a sloppy like just shoot fest, which happens. There's times in series when it goes to the distance, it just everybody plays this like counterattack heavy, whatever. Yeah, dude, Atelier is to me a team that is struggling really hard, but they just won. They just won 2-1. Let's see what the score line was. 5-2, 1-2, 4-2. That game 2 must have went forever, dude. I will message my inside source named Matt.
Are these last 2 matches, are they also best of 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything today should be a best of 3 to my knowledge.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Best of 5s are all tomorrow.
Yeah, in the closed qualify.
I'll check with my other source, Cloudfuel. He's in chat. I don't know if he's actually watching. Cloudfuel, I'm saying your name. Love me. I think everything's best of 3 today. I would assume qualifying matches should be a best of 5 because it goes to the closed qualifier, but like tomorrow all day is stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see it in the. Like if you click on if you click on the match, then hit rules, it doesn't say what's supposed to be a best of. So.
Well, when we get into the like the stuff setting up, it should say like how many matches there are, because it does like report game 1, 2. Yeah, so there's only report game 1, report game 2, and then verify match results. So it's best of 3.
Cool.
Yep. And information. Remind me to turn off crossplay after tomorrow.
Oof.
Yeah. I like being able to talk to my teammates, you know? It's just, it feels so much better when you get BM'd with actual words and not quick chat.
You know, I enjoy a good flame from time to time, I'll admit.
It's because you're the one on the usually giving end.
No. Nope. I have video proof.
If you guys don't know, Corelli is the most toxic caster. If you guys
don't do me like that.
I'm just saying. I'm just reporting what has been information that has been given to me. The reports say that you're the most toxic caster.
I've never been reported or banned.
I'm not talking about those reports. That's not true. I'm literally going to report you this game. Shogun's not toxic. He's just brutally honest. All right? It's called being British. It's a difference.
Yeah, Shogun gets a pass. Even if he was toxic, everyone would just be like, oh, he's just British.
It's the same thing as Turbo. Like, Turbo's really snarky on Twitter, but everybody's just like, oh, it's Turbo. You know, he's just joking around. Just Turbo. You know, he gets a pass because of it. So, because Shogun's constantly toxic, everybody's like, oh, no, it's just Shogun. It's no big deal.
People think that I'm toxic only because when I get flamed, I type back. I don't say anything mean. I'm just typing.
Dude, I had a guy yesterday who... Whoa. Hey, we're in the game. I didn't have a guy yesterday. That story's now irrelevant. Updating the overlay. Corelli do the thing.
Alright, well, the boys are up by 2 now. I think Duck just took it into his own hands here over Revelation. We just saw Revelation. And ZPS just gets beat in the front of the box there. Oh, he actually gets demoed by Duck. So already a quick 2 goals in the first 50 seconds here, both by Duck. We didn't get to see the first one, so I have no idea what happened there. But
was that like 4:15 or something like that? It looked like it was right back to back. And the other one was like a kickoff demo goal, I think.
Yeah, they got it right off the kickoff.
Yeah, so still plenty of time. 4 minutes is a lot. This is a closed qualifying match, guys. These guys are both in the upper winner. This is the winner semi, which will then bring them to the closed qualifier. So this one's important.
Yep.
Wait. What? Why are we looking at Revelation in TFB?
That's a great question, actually. I was just thinking that because I thought Revelation was playing. Oh no,
Yeah.
no, they're playing. Yeah, no, they're playing TFB. Right.
Yeah, we were gonna watch.
Oh, Atelier in question mark?
Yeah, I'm like, how did we get into this match? Like, I was clicked on the right thing.
I have
I'm
no idea.
so confused.
I'm not driving this ship, Lawler. I just work on it.
I am the captain now. Chad, I'm so sorry. I'm so confused. I'm like, this doesn't look right at all. Like, are the passwords actually the same? Is that why? They are. The passwords are the same, but the name is different by a number. So I typed 8 instead of 9, and we got into the other one. What are the chances? It's insane.
Well, that was just we just got a little inside scoop there.
Hey, Chad, that's how good
reporting.
that's how good of a channel this is. We gave you like a little preview of what was going down in the other match, but now on to the real match. You're welcome.
Yeah, everyone's making fun of production quality, but that was some real production quality right there.
Yeah.
Little sneak peek.
That's some like top tier, didn't see it coming stuff.
Yeah.
You're welcome, chat. Only here at the Lawler channel do you get such fantastic production quality. I even typed TFB into the thing because I was like, oh yeah, that's this team.
All right, so now that we're on the right match.
Hey, we didn't miss any of the action. All part of the plan. We're going to pretend that they weren't waiting for me and that they just weren't ready, and I timed it perfectly. Shoutouts to pros who wait for casters. Appreciate it, boys. What a pinch.
I hate casters.
Same, dude. At least we don't spectate. Or we do spectate, unlike certain someone we know.
Yeah.
The best part, though, is after you making fun of him, he hasn't done it yet.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
So you just have to humiliate. That's the best way. If you guys want information on how to teach kids, humiliate them in front of their friends.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to do it. They will never do it again. I'm sure there's plenty of parents in chat that will be like, oh yeah,
beautiful.
totally agree. That was a great pass. That was on the money.
It's the kind of stuff you expect from Prime Thunder. Fantastic pass.
It was super close in 4K. I don't know if you saw that angle from the side, but like millimeters away from getting that touch too. That would have played it out. Also,
yeah, 4K definitely probably should have been there, but
Matt said 0-second goal for game 2. That's why it went so long.
I really, really want to see Dapper back in form, back in RLCS, because this guy is one of those players that if you let him, he could be a hard carry.
You know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
Dapper and myself at Gold Rush 3. It's always so much fun, and I'm like, God, I want to be there so bad.
Well, we'll see. Can't say anything.
I mean, I feel like you sort of partially own the company.
I do.
So I feel like if anybody can make something happen, it should be a part owner. But you know, that's just me.
I don't know. I'd have to talk to my stakeholders. You know.
Dude, it's a multi-billion-dollar skyscraper thing that you guys like.
Finally, someone give us that respect.
Like, the least you can do is put me in one of your 2,000 rooms. Like, come on.
Yeah. Hello? Defense?
They knew crossbar, the fourth player had it, so they just were patient. Now look at how much boost and clear potential they had. Top tier. What a shot! Nice, Halcyon. That was pretty.
It has to be a goal. With that, I mean, he had so much time and space to go. This is a poor touch for Matt. He knows it.
Yeah.
Prime Thunder also had someone on his butt as well.
Yeah, he was getting bullied up front there. But nobody in the midfield challenging him at all. He's just got to put power on that shot. It's going in. Good touch from Dap. Play that down rather than to Vince. Uh-oh.
Oh.
God, this overlay. Ugh. What?
Okay, I think,
So, Dap actually goes down on the wall and then plays it back up. but still, like, he's on the sidewall here. He actually makes a loop like this and then goes into it. So if the ball's traveling this way, by going down like that, it puts a little bit more upward lift into it. It puts more power on it, but there's 2 players back on defense. There's no reason that should have been in. Hence Krelly's Forky.
Well, I have that West Coast ping, so it rubber banded on my screen, so I couldn't really tell what happened.
Spectator has like a 2-second delay though. I thought.
I don't know.
That's why you doesn't like anymore. Remember that season 1 RLCS watching EU?
Oh yeah. Yes, I do remember that.
It's hard to forget those days. We've come a long way, chat. If you guys weren't here for the first season of RLCS, there was no delay on spectators. So when we were on EU, we were dealing with 150 plus ping from West Coast over. So every touch was rubber banded. Every touch was ghost hit. It was the worst. Is M at Miho? No, it is Matt. Sound it out with me. At. Ooh, good touch over cross. Got demoed instead, though. Prime Thunder slowing it down. I like that.
Just did them all. Oh, great save, though.
This is a counterattack. This could be dangerous. Yeah, it's immediate shot from Forky. Doesn't even matter where he places it. That shot was actually pretty yikes. He doesn't get much power on it, but anything at all.
Yeah, he just had to put it. He knew he just had to put it on target. That's actually really unfortunate.
Yeah, Atelier committed a lot there, man.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say Prime Thunder beat all 3 of them, and I think both Matt and Dapper kind of got sucked into the play a little bit.
Yeah.
Thinking that they had it and they didn't.
It's a pretty common thing. You can't see it, but I'm drawing on my screen right now. This is the goal. Shot comes across. You saw Dapper come across this way and try to shoot it across this way. No matter what with the ball moving out, there's no power to get it actually in target from the angle that he comes across. He has to come from a way wider rotation, but he can't because he's not going to be able to get the ball on time. So most cases, you're better off actually going for a fake. Go across the ball and make them commit to it because then they push it out of their possession because they're expecting a 50-50. You can get midfield boost and then turn around and go for a double touch or an aerial. The more you know, chat.
So with all the talk about Atelier, you're seeing here, question mark. Actually,
They just got to kill time.
might take game 1 here. That's a great challenge.
Big clear from Dap's going to be huge here. Good
Great
block by
challenge.
Forky.
That was a crucial challenge there by Forky because Atelier definitely could have set something up off that play. You could see Prime Thunder was trying to get that flick on towards the mid. So Forky able to shut that down, ends the game. And we were talking about it with Atelier, at least. They were, they definitely, are kind of expected to win this series, I'd say. And question mark coming out and winning game number 1. Remember, this is only a best of 3, so quick series.
Yeah, it goes by really fast. It kind of catches you off guard, too. A lot of these guys are used to playing, like, best of 5s and all that kind of stuff. But I kind of like it. The intensity of, okay, you lose 2, you're done. Like, every game is super important. Game 1 puts you at match point. Game 2 is either to tie it up or you're done. Like, game 3, like, everything is a decider, which is why I really like best of 3s. It's also why I really like single elim. Everything's do or die. It adds a unique side of intensity, I think. And I think people have heard me talk about it in the past. I'm extremely biased towards the E-League format that we've used, where it's a group stage. They did do a little bit different this time with the kind of like the double round robin for 2018. Or like a double elim bracket for groups. But the single elim last day is one of my favorite things because everything is like, gotta go. Plus, as a caster, you only have 3 matches on the last day. It's like, hell yeah, this is super hype. Like
I absolutely enjoy single. I'm with you. I'm in the same boat because it's just so spicy and everything's on the line. I think there's a lot more pressure. I don't know. It's just more fun to watch as a viewer. I agree.
Yes, chat. M at is Matt and I'm Miho. You figured it out. God.
Wow.
How did you guys know?
Put it on Reddit.
Yeah. Lawler equals Miho. Who would have guessed? Maybe that's why I finally hit Grand Champ again this season.
Yeah, that's probably it, to be honest.
Yep. Dude, I got up to like 1700 MMR and then just tanked.
I hover around 1650. I was up at 1710, like I told you the other day, and then it was.
And then we both just. I mean, no matter what our rank is, we're just both gonna style on Jorby, right?
I made a lot of friends in ranked. Let's just say that.
Nice.
And they did a lot of helpful things, like not play.
That'll do it, man. That'll do it.
But you know who is playing? Prime Thunder.
Yeah, it was a pretty good shot. Pretty good shot. It's kind of what we were talking about. The thing that I was worried about with this squad, a lot of offense. Matt was, and always has been, kind of the number one in rotation. He'll lead up, he'll get you a pass, he'll do something on offense. And Prime kind of does the same thing, right? But Prime usually finishes his shot or goes for the more direct route. Very Marky Duda-ish, where he takes the direct. But Dapper's kind of like his opposite, right? Like they both play up on offense, but Dapper usually goes for the dribbler or the solo play to open up space. And it's interesting to see them both work together. You've got to make that Prime.
No.
You have to make that. Played across. Yep. Good patience from Forky. The rough thing is that that shot was covered pretty well. You had two pre-jumping. That angle's tough to hit. It's going to go straight down. Good response, though, by Atelier. Good early goal. They've been able to hold on. Pressure's there, too. Good decision by Matt to back off rather than challenging that. That 50-50 is not going to help him out either way. Revelation lost. What?
Oh, really? The boys are in to the close qualifier.
I think they play Afterthought. Unless they're first, then they drop all the way to the bottom and they play like Splice or something like that. I think Splice.
Yeah, update on that game. TFB won 2-0. First game was 3-2. Second game was 2-1. So both those games were one goal.
Really close
games.
The nice thing though is Revelation is not out. That is their first loss. They jumped to the lower bracket. We'll be jumping over to the lower bracket after this. So still plenty of matches to come, you guys. Ooh. Good hustle by Forky. And good bump to open it up. Not by the right player, but good bump on defense. You're going to see it here in just a sec. Wait for it, and bump. Vince clears the net. And a goal. Yikes.
It is yikes. They do get their goal back, though, after they hit the crossbar. So that's good. So Atelier definitely looking more in form in this game than they did in the first game. Question Mark kind of was able to take advantage of a lot of mistakes. So Atelier definitely cleaned it up here.
See, Matt needs to play that over to the left. Perfect drop down. If you'd have played that a little bit harder, it might have been easier for Dapper, but the follow-up...
Oh.
Courageous.
I don't blame him for going for that.
No, it's
that would've
courageous.
been awesome.
So that was backboard. If Dap times that well, which he tried to, right? He can jump off backboard and then play it back in. Difficult angle to hit, though, because you're trying to read that backboard read and then play it at a negative angle back across.
Wow. How'd I actually set him up? Oh! Careful not to overcommit there.
Yeah, they're all super low on boost right now.
Yeah, you saw Matt, he saw Prime coming, immediately was back, so good recognition there.
So Matt trapped that instead of playing it back in immediately. His positioning was actually off. He was facing more to the left than he was forward. If he would have just hit that like right away downfield, that would have denied the clear and the opportunity for these guys to get boost and get in a position. But good placement by Halcyon.
What a bang.
Top left. Trying to see if defense could have saved this either way. So I don't know if it was because Forky was there or not, but Forky in that corner kind of denied that touch. It forced kind of like a weird, awkward flip out. So that's settled more so inside. You're starting to see the guys on question mark play a little bit more aggressive, which they need to. Anytime they give freedom over to Atelier, the just solo plays are going to be able to break out. Dap getting a little ball chasey there.
They can do it.
This should be fine. They should be able to pull this out. He's got plenty of boost.
Has it.
Good save.
Though.
It's still up. Smart choice by Matt. Just kill it. Well done, tying up the series. 1-1. We're going into game number 3. Exactly what we wanted. Good bounce back from Atelier. Big thing for me is just a lot faster and finding each other. A lot of those passes are just, they seem to be a thing of communication. Like the one I talked about, Matt playing that to the left over. Things like that you just have to call for. Like, it's good to have an assumption, but having a teammate behind you to say, hey, either left or right, based upon what they want to do. Doing stuff like that, plus the amount of shots.
Yeah, we saw a lot less overcommitting,
10 to 6,
a lot less double commits. Definitely a lot of shots coming out from both sides, though. I mean, 6 shots for question mark. Halcyon was able to get one good, clean one there and scored, but I think for Atelier, that's a great game for them. If they can keep that up, they'll win this series. For question mark, I think it's going back to taking advantage of the double commits that are given up by Atelier, because they are showing like they're a new team, right? There's a little miscommunication on defense and definitely on offense, seeing a little bit of overzealous as they move down the field. But so far, or at least in that game for Atelier, it was much better.
Yeah, the only complaints I have is if they're going to play that kind of aggressive style with 2 up for both teams, actually. We haven't seen demos. They started off really early in game 1, and that's where question mark, I think, got their biggest advantages when they worked in demos when they're up. Because it allowed them to sustain the offense, because right now the follow-up just isn't there. It's kind of complicated. And almost convoluted to an extent. But when they remove just one player, those double commits really get expanded and exploited. So curious to see if demos start to play out. You're already seeing a double boost deny coming out from Atelier. Doesn't matter though. That touch behind him needs to go downfield more. Good touch by Forky, and then an immediate clear. That was really good and desperately needed.
Those are like the best type of clears, man. Those 2-touch clears, the immediate bang and go is so helpful. But again, finding themselves back in their own side. Look at all 3 of them kind of crowd the net there.
Yeah. Difficulty too with Vince on that. Like, he's facing the wrong way, so he can't maintain or control that up. So he's just got to hit it to get it out of danger area. Because of that, there's no one there to follow up. It just gets met at midfield again and gets boosted, and they play it right back down. Just, right now, it seems to be question mark is lacking the follow-up, but if Vince continues to bust out a solo play here and there, like, they'll keep themselves in it. That's just a really good play. Good pass up, plays it off the ceiling, and then the correction afterwards. He goes for playing a really high angle and looking like he's going to go crossbar, but then immediately changing it with a flip and playing underneath. It's a really good touch. A lot of aerial control on that too. Not easily done. Because he got a flip reset off the ceiling, right? And then use that to jump to push himself down.
Well, he had to go over Matt, so he banged it off the ceiling.
Right, he banged.
Up, yeah.
Did he go off the ceiling too? I don't know if he did or not. He didn't?
No.
Okay. So he just air rolled and then boosted down. So.
Yeah.
Because he got down pretty quick. Jeez, someone was getting close. I couldn't see it because it was through the smoke.
Yeah, I was watching Vince, so I
Yeah.
couldn't see it.
It was top right, I think. It was super close. Smart of Forky to roll out of that. Allows him to be in position for that. Good. You can tell the difference, though, in positioning. If you watch Atelier and how quickly they're able to get up to the ball, it's just because of the way that they're going for their challenges. That kind of didn't luck out.
There's a lot of just wasted touches here from question mark as well. A little miscommunication. I saw Forky got bumped by Vince, and that kind of threw him off. But they're not getting any clears downfield. They're not playing anything with intention right now. And Atelier is just sitting back and waiting for their time to strike. And they're just so quick, like you said, that they're able to punish quite a bit.
Yeah, they're the catalyst for for their offense has been minimizing mistakes. Anytime they don't enable these guys to kind of get a free touch on it and just kind of play the smart role, they've been fine. Like, they keep it close. They apply good pressure. Shots on target are there. Plus, when they get passes like that, fortunately, a little bit too close together there. It doesn't matter. What a shot from Dap. All right, we're going to break this one down with a good old telestrator. So you have 2 players moving downfield. This is the goal. Start over. 2 players moving downfield, able to pass back and forth. The difficulty, as soon as they get too close together, that pass is irrelevant. It's still staying in the same place, so it's a good challenge. But the 50-50 bounces out, and then Dap just plays a beautiful shot bottom left. Really well done. They need to be careful, though. If they give themselves more space in between those passes could have been a little bit more exploitable.
Yeah, that could have easily turned into a counterattack for question mark if they just went out the 50 there.
Yep.
That's a tough save. That's really tough.
Oh, man. It's easy when no shot comes through.
Yeah. We saw Matt going off the back of the goal there. I've seen that more and more.
Yeah.
And it's really, I mean, for the players that can do it properly, it's a really great way to save a shot because the shooter has difficulty picking a spot when you go off the back wall because they're like, oh, I have all this space. And it's a great way to make a great save and set up counterattacks. You can get a really good hit off of that, more so than just blocking the ball to your corner.
Yeah,
if you work to do it. Because you have all that speed and momentum coming out.
Yeah, so for those that don't know what he's talking about, it's about when you go off the backboard, you come out and off the lip underneath. It's a little bit weird because you're committing extremely hard to the trajectory that you're going, but rather than having to rely on like a pinch off that back wall, like Curly just said, you get a bunch of speed coming through, you're pretty much almost going supersonic, if not going supersonic. We get to go to another OT. But yeah, those clears are becoming a lot better as people are getting reading the ball.
The bump. That's there.
Oh, no way.
It's gonna go in.
Oh my god. What a legend.
It's a great bump by Dap. It's the only reason this play works. And he actually gets an extra touch. And that one just crawls under the crossbar, too. Ooh. Wow.
You want to talk about going for everything in the last second? Every commits on that. Like, Dap coming across for that bump was clutch. Because it removes that player off the backboard, puts him in an awkward spot, and then for Matt to just be able to catch some guy who's floating in the air with no momentum and push it past so it rolls in, like, wow. 6'4", 235-pound Matt, a truck of a man.
Did we already say that Afterthought lost?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez, wow. What a play. Way to clutch it, Atelier. Way not to have that go to OT as much as I wanted it. Wow.
Yeah, what a way to end it there. Matt still being clutch, still doing Matt things. I like to see it.
What a legend, dude. What a legend. All right, so TFB, the boys, and Atelier are going to move on. So for question mark, that puts them in the loser quarterfinal, along with Revelation. So those boys are waiting. That's like 4 matches away. 3.5 because some of these are done. So we're going to drop down to the lower bracket. If you guys don't know where that is, if you do exclamation point bracket in the chat and then scroll down, we've got losers round 4 currently going on with 8 teams. Technically, there's still 16 left, hypothetically. 16, 17, 18. I think 18 teams left, technically. Yeah. 18 teams because the other ones still have to drop down. And now that question mark and Revelation are down, we're still waiting on remainders. So, Endeavor and Missouri. Curly, is anything that shoots out in your mind? Boost Legacy is still going. Lights Out and Satisfaction are just about ended. So we can do either Boost Legacy or Lotion. Boost Legacy will either be going against Reborn Knights or Grain Grab or Loaf and OK. We've already seen Lotion. I'm okay with showing off Boost Legacy.
I'm looking. I don't know.
Endeavor and Missouri Valley.
College.
Yeah, I don't know if that's starting or not. I don't know what they're up to. The match just got started. You want to jump into Endeavor and Missouri?
Sure, yeah, I'm interested in that.
Let's do it. All right. That way chat doesn't have to wait. We can get right into it. How's that sound, chat? Boom. Play. Server's not up.
So Missouri Valley College lost to Lights Out 2-0. Their games were 2-4 and 1-3. Their loss. And it looks like Dever, they lost, to Atelier 2-1.
Yep. And then let me update
Or
these
1-2,
away.
I suppose.
Lower seed is Missouri.
But I'll be honest, I don't know anything about Missouri Valley College.
Did I just hear a CRL guy not knowing anything about what?
Well, they have to make CRL for me to know about them,
Yikes. Way to get egoed by Corelli. He's like, wow, you guys don't know. Wow, you guys didn't even make it. Why do I care about your college? Brutal, dude. Assuming because nobody's complained about it in chat, which is always a good thing. And I'm probably going to regret saying this because they haven't said anything. Overlay and all that kind of stuff working out for you guys. It's not too cluttered. Everything's fine from the looks of it. I hope. They beat my team barely. It sucked. That does suck. Well, overlay looks great. Looks fine to me. Overlay's decent. That's like literally every action other than it's terrible. So we're good. It's decent. It's great. It looks fine. But is that like the female fine where like you're actually pissed, or is it fine where it's like it's actually fine? Like what do you...
That's a crucial distinction right there.
Yeah, I need to know. Is it the female fine or is it like the actual like it's fine? What are we talking? It's overlay. Okay. It is indeed overlay, so you're good on that one. Also, Rival Esports, hopefully your guys' games went well. We are just getting into our lower bracket. We have Endeavor versus Missouri Valley College, the team that Corelli gives zero poops about because apparently they're not good enough.
Whoa, I didn't say any of that.
It was implied. Either way. Endeavor in the orange. Going for a fairly fancy double touch. That was clean. That was really clean.
Yep, right off the bat. Obviously, people still getting back towards net. You saw, who was that? Blanks. Still coming back. So right off the kickoff, it's a great way to start with a double touch there. And 1-0 lead for Endeavor.
Corelli just being toxic as usual.
Oh my god.
Good start, obviously, for Endeavor. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, for those in chat, appreciate everybody coming over from Rival Esports. Hopefully, they treated you guys well. A little bit different style of casting over here. We're not really doing the whole sweaty, try hard, whatever. We're just kind of explaining stuff that's going on. There's even a little bit of telestrator sometimes. So, if you guys are here to learn and to get educated, I will show you, even though this is kind of a bad one to show it. The initial pop by Jit's great, but the second touch is better. But look at how Perma plays that ball. His card being angled this way. It's a terrible drawing. This way. Makes it so when it pinches, it goes down and to the left, rather than killing straight down if he was completely parallel. Good challenge. See if he's got a follow-up. If Perma would have delayed that a little bit more, think of it as like a kickoff, that 50-50 wouldn't have pinched over to the side. If he would have delayed it, it probably would have just rolled back to him and he could have popped it.
This is a good chance for him. You see Payne trying to block the last man.
That flick.
Actually did end up doing so.
Yeah, Blanks had a flick. You didn't get underneath it and get a pop.
Can he do it? Oh. Oh.
Good defense from Endeavor.
That guy's name is Homeless Baby. And his profile picture is a baby with the sad face.
He's also streaming on Twitch chat.
Well, that's a great fake.
If you two want to support Homeless Baby, twitch.tv/Homeless Baby.
He doesn't have a home. He needs help.
He needs help. Help homeless babies everywhere. For just 25 cents a day, you too can support Homeless Baby. What a name.
It's a great pass, though. Oh, that's another chance there. That one definitely should have at least had the shot come through.
Just any sort of connection on that, especially from the angle that he was coming. Might have been able to. It was actually a weird touch by Jit. He was actually underneath that, and it flicked all the way past. It was actually a really good. What another save!
Wow.
Oh my god.
And that one stings too, because Payne had a clean hit onto that ball, but he bombed it straight into the keeper. If you put that to the right, behind the play, that would have absolutely been a goal.
Now, for everybody who's just joining us and wants to kind of catch up, winner's bracket, we just ended before this match. We're only halfway through game 1 of the lower bracket. We are in round, I think, 4? Right before the quarters. Or the semis, something like that.
This is losers round 5.
Yeah, so we're in loser round 5, and then it technically goes to the quarters, but which are also the semis. There's 2 semis because we have 2 teams that have to still drop down. So, Atelier beat question mark in the upper technical semi-final, because there is no like grand final or final, because you're just qualifying. You're not playing for a qualifying match. So winner semi up top was the Blinking Boys. I can't say their middle name. The boys ended up beating 2 over Revelation, who are dropping down and waiting.
Oh,
Jesus, dude, they're just having a field day now. And then
so
Atelier.
I played against Jit a few times, and he goes for this play quite a bit. He's
the fake into a wave dash
of the ball. Well, yeah. But see, even then, if the fake doesn't work out and the defender makes contact, he's blocking the clear so that the ball keeps moving forward. And it's actually really well done there by Jit, and that's what led to the goal.
Really good decision there from Payne as well. Unfortunately, the pop-up isn't. He delayed that challenge, got the defender, and won the 50-50, but he needed to pop that over to the right a little bit more for his air dribble. He also had a teammate in front of him going for a demo attempt. And then for the other team that was in the upper, Atelier played question mark. It went to the distance, and at 0 seconds, Matt and Dapper together put a fantastic goal where Dapper bumped the last defender off the backboard, and then Matt just powered through with the 50-50. 0-second buzzer beater. It was fantastic to avoid overtime. So Atelier is also qualified, question mark, and Revelation losing, dropping into the quarterfinal, and are waiting for their last match. But Endeavor and Missouri, Endeavor looking extremely strong, I would say. Playing a little bit faster, pulling out a bunch of different styles of attack, whether it be double taps or dribble plays or fakes. It's keeping the opponent guessing right now. And with these only being a best of 3, extremely beneficial if you can keep the opponent guessing, because it's very tough to adapt in 3 games, let alone the course of 2. So,
yeah, I think there's a couple things that Missouri not.
No, he's gonna go solo.
Oh my.
Okay,
He's
so
on skis.
what a selfish boy. I mean, it's a good play. He's got a pass right across, wide open to his teammate, but he decides to go for the solo play instead. The crazy thing is, if like moving forward, the other team is like, okay, Jit likes to dribble. This is now his 3rd or his 2nd goal from it. So they're gonna go for a challenge. If he starts passing that just opens up more options. It conditions the other team. Double.
So much space. I mean,
so much pressure.
The challenge comes out so late from Payne.
Will I stream the close qualifier? Yes, we'll be live tomorrow as well. Schedule will be posted somewhere, I assume. Otherwise, I'll tweet it out later. Follow me and Curly on Twitter. That's my recommendation, to stay up to date on all DreamHack Open Qualifier action.
There you go.
But mostly me.
Yeah, mostly him, to be honest. I'm probably not going to tweet about the qualifier.
Shut up, Curly. I'm trying to help here, man.
I don't have any Twitter clout. It's all right.
What's your Twitter clout total?
Like, how many followers do I have?
Yeah.
I don't know, like 2,000 or something like that.
All right, let's help Corelli get to like more than 2,000. I needed an exact number so I could round up for you, but you ruined it completely.
I'm sorry,
He's
I don't know.
He's at 2,346. Make it 3,000. Guys, go follow
Okay.
Corelli on Twitter. Corelli TV. While you're there, follow me too. Go there. There's my social. All right. Go to my Twitter. You can hit follow while you're there, and then at the very top right where there's the search bar, look for Corelli, and then follow him too. Or don't. I mean, you don't have to, but I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah, you really don't have to.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm not going to threaten to ban you to do it, but, you know. That's just too much work. That's the real reason.
All right, so kind of a spanking here.
Can't even
from,
post Corelli's Twitter. I mean, I could. I had to update the overlay. I know I literally changed one letter or one number, but it's not the point. It's because this overlay constantly needs to be turned off, so I can't do it. Hey,
Yeah,
someone time out Nose Dude. That'd be great. Like, just hit him with a cheeky, like, 10-minute, you know?
Did he plug his own Twitter?
Of course he did. Of course he did. Why wouldn't he?
Oh, goodness, it's a fiesta. So, I think everyone but one player was up for this ball. If you count Payne off the backboard, I think all but the last man on the Endeavor side was up for that one.
You know the worst part about it? Not a single one challenged the ball. They challenged the space. Like, they didn't actually go for the ball. So, to put you guys into perspective, ball is going here. They all just jumped up to be in the way of it. None of them, like, actually attacked the ball itself.
That's a great shot.
That was a good idea from Blanks. He went up for the 50-50 because it would have hit him second. It would have dropped straight down towards the opponent's net, but nobody hit it. At this point, I think, especially in these games, I think tomorrow's going to be a little bit different with the close qualifiers, and you're seeing it's actually benefiting a lot of the teams, is this very direct play style. They're not going for these crazy, like, passes. They're not, you know, trying to work out anything different. It's just, if they see an opportunity to shoot the ball on target, they do. They're not trying to draw out defenders or anything. They're just like,
yeah,
goal's open, hit it, you know?
Yep.
Hit by hitting it hard, you know, the Shogun approach. Oh, he almost stole that.
So Jit's becoming very scary when he has the ball. I mean, it's like every single time it's a solo play, and he's nailing it. And whether it's a dribble, whether it's just a follow-up like that, I mean, he's just a monster right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody going up for that challenge either. He's able to play it off the wall, which is the only defender that was really challenging him. He plays it off the wall, and then he can just follow it up. And I don't know if that person in net was able to get to the backboard or not, or if they were able to just go up for a direct challenge, but you already have a player coming across the backboard too with Jit, so.
Oh, the bump. Oh, you can't put it on target.
Seems to be the problem that they're facing, man. A couple of shots they just haven't been able to connect with.
Nice demo.
Unfortunately, Perma got a second touch there. He had a teammate coming across, but he knew there was a defender in target. The demo didn't really work out for him. Now, other big thing too there with Jit is the way that he changed his the way his car was facing there. He angled his nose down more. So when that challenge happens, the least angle of resistance is actually out and up towards the other team's goal.
Oh, no.
Jit is playing so well right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Is there a follow-up? Oh, it doesn't matter. He still gets the goal, an own goal. Oh, God. That's rough, dude. Jit's doing everything, man. He even has a poor recovery on that. Like, he lands and turns it right away.
What a challenge, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that ball dies in front of the net.
Yeah. So for Jit, after that initial touch, so he wins the 50-50 and it rolls over. When he comes across like this, his car is facing this way. So it, like, kills his car, makes him turn back in. Ways to avoid that, if you guys don't know how. Hold your drift key, your power slide key. You You'll carry your momentum across, and then you can flip afterwards however you want. But that's just a great find. Good pass across, and then a shot on target. Way to beat that last defender. Bump too, Jesus.
That pass with pace too. That's a tough one for Blanks. He's in a really tough spot because if he didn't initially challenge, then he's stuck on his net. He's got to read the shot, which he tried. He just kind of jumped up, but puts him in a tough position when you pass it that hard across the net.
Difficult for the squad here. For MVC, I don't think they've scored yet. It's 9-0, I think, in score margin.
That sounds right. I have no idea.
I think they had 5-0 the first game, and then it's 4-0 now, right, chat?
They didn't score the first game?
9-0, it's over, boys. Yeah. I don't think they scored the first game. Yeah. Chat says they either don't know or yes, so we're going with a yes.
That sounds like a yes to me.
Yep. Good enough confirmation for me, boys.
And they're just controlling. Oh my goodness, is he gonna block it? They're just controlling every part of the field right now. And then, I mean, I think that for the Missouri side, they're scared of Jit every single time, man. He's just so good. It's
like every 50-50 is immediately met.
Oh, it's gotta be.
Oh, you have to make that, man. He had the play too. Like, he slowed that down. It's just any soft touch, play that back over to your teammate. Unfortunately, it's a little bit behind him, but it's still enough to control. It's a good challenge by Payne to be there, but that's a goal anyway. It's just everything is followed up. You see it again here. Like, when you're not feeling any pressure, you're just able to sit back. Like, Russell is actually the third player in that rotation. Jit's across. He's just going for a demo. He knows he can't get it, so he's just like, I'm up. Might as well go for an attack. But the fact that they can commit all three, one person's in net, one person's out of position up top because he's the initial one with Perma to play it, and Russell still goes for the shot, even though nobody can rotate back. It's just, they don't feel any consequence.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Get him. Flick it.
Do it to him.
Please.
One time.
Please.
There it is.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm being biased. I don't care. I just want a goal. All right. That was a good flick.
Great flick.
I don't know if Payne's pre-jump there was helpful or not. There's one in defense. I don't know if he went up for it to go for the save, but still good follow-up. Good pressure. That was a really good double fake. I see you, Blanks. I see you.
Yeah, I think this one at this point is all but over, unfortunately. I think that this MVC team, this Missouri team, a little bit outclassed against this Endeavor team.
Yeah. Endeavor's making a pretty good run, I'm thinking. They keep playing like this. I do not expect Jit to have the kind of success that that he's had this game moving forward. I just think it's hard to keep up that level of play against the teams as they get better. Missouri just seems to lack pressure. They're having a hard time keeping up the pace. It's kind of the big difference between the teams when you get into the like top 64 of RLCS Open qualifiers to the top 32 to the top 16. Every time it jumps up, that pace and level of play just exponentially goes up. So it's the same thing that I saw when I was watching G2 versus Afterthought. Even though Afterthought played really well, they don't apply pressure like a Energy or Cloud9, or they just don't, right? So the things that are exploitable just get blown that much more out of proportion. Like when G2 has that much space and they're able to have JNAPS and Chicago pass each other, scary things are going to happen, right?
Yeah.
But it's the same thing here. Like, by all means, Endeavor played fantastic. Really, really good pressure. Really good plays. But do I expect Jit to be able to move downfield and go for demos like that every time? Do I expect him to go for fakes every time like that? No, I don't. I assume he's going to get challenged sooner next time. So things to pay attention to. But if they can work that into their gameplay, it's exciting stuff, man.
Definitely. I'm excited to see that Endeavor team move on. They'll have to go through either Boost Legacy or Reborn Knights, and then if they win that, they'll get a chance to face Revelation for the spot close qualifier. So
yeah,
good showing from them.
I really want to see Endeavor versus Revelation. I think that would be really exciting. I think we might drop down to the lower with Satisfaction and probably Loaf. I assume Loaf will beat Lotion. Loaf is another team just like Lights Out, but Lights Out just lost to Satisfaction. Like, to me, Loaf and Lights Out are actually the same team. Like they always
didn't they kind of used to ish.
Kind of.
Didn't they have like a big, huge roster?
Dude, they always play against each other in like the same part of the tournaments, and they go even like every time. Like the games are almost always like, well, this team won this time. Next week it's the other team. All the other team. It's Loaf equals lights out as F. Yeah, why not? It's the edgier version of lights out. They're the same team teaching the same style, and it's actually lights out as fuck. I'm not kidding. Really? Also, sorry for swearing. It's actually the same thing. That's crazy.
Think of the kids, Lawler. How dare you?
Anytime you join my stream, you have to literally accept that it's a mature stream, so it's not my fault.
Yeah, same with mine, to be honest.
Yeah. It's more of like a I know I shouldn't right now. Can we not swear? Oh, we definitely can, but because we're broadcasting and doing a open qualifier and there's younger kids playing, most likely, I'm going the ninja route right now. All right.
Gotta set a good example, right?
Yeah, for the kids, man, for the kids.
Yeah.
So there's that, but either way, appreciate you guys all being here. You too, Curly. This includes you, but everybody in chat who's coming and hanging out and watching the games. Appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the content. I know that's what Curly's all about. Capital letters, all spaced out from each other. Yeah, it's been chill. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this more than the sweaty, like, all-in try-hard casting. A little bit more chill, just kind of explaining and breaking down what's actually going on. A little bit less stressful, I think. Plus, then there's cute little squiggles and drawings. I'm pretty much John Madden at this point. But we're waiting for the next matchup. We're waiting for the winners of our lower round 5. Yeah, lower round 5 that we're waiting on. So if you guys haven't already, get up, stretch, take a break, get some water, some snacks, whatever you're doing. We've got 2 more matches left. I think what we'll do is we'll drop down and take Satisfaction versus Loaf or Lotion, and then we'll hop back up for Revelation. I'm thinking.
I like that. I definitely want to see that Revelation game.
Yeah. So we'll do that, chat. I think that's the plan. Can Revelation still qualify? Yes. Revelation is literally sitting in the very last match. Because they lost in the upper semis, they dropped down to the lower quarters. So they're literally just waiting for their match. So we have the lower seed is actually Satisfaction. So we don't know who versus Satisfaction. The worst part is I was going to put a question mark because I didn't know who it was, but there's literally a team called question mark, so I can't do that. And they're in the same part of the bracket. When is DreamHack? DreamHack Leipzig, the live event, will be February 15th and 16th. Yeah, hope it's been good for you too, Johnny. Did Atelier qualify? Yes. Yes, they did. They won in the upper semis. We'll be streaming the closed qualifier tomorrow too. Yes, I will. While you guys are asking, actually, I can check. Let me tell you the time and dates I have for tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you guys plan to tune into this channel, it will be... Go a little spreadsheet. I will be the top half of the bracket for losers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Top half of the bracket losers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which will be really good matches. It's pretty much after 2 RLCS teams play each other, assuming that they win their matches, the loser that will play against another team that's kind of made their lower run. And we'll be able to follow like an RLCS team through the whole way. So it'll be good. It'll be really good matches.
Are there invited teams like
Yep.
already to the event?
Yeah, do you guys want to see those?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those that don't know who the four teams that we're looking right now, or the technical four teams or six teams that are going to move on, right? One, two, three. Yeah, the four teams that move on into the qualifier, because there's 8 teams total. So right now we have TFB, Atelier, and then we're waiting on Revelation versus their team, and then question mark versus their team, right? Tomorrow in the closed qualifiers, the teams that are already waiting are G2, Juiced, Ghost, Bread, Evil Geniuses, Kings of Urban, Rogue, and Splice. Juiced, TFB, Atelier, Imagine, One Way, Christ, RGB, and Chiller Pillar are all teams that have qualified from the pools today. The ones that are already guaranteed I don't think have been announced.
No, they haven't. That's
Right.
that's why I
So
asked.
I assume it's going to be whoever places the highest at WSOE. That is my assumption.
Yeah, it's probably.
I assume they'll
'Cause, I mean,
do.
there's teams that I don't see, and I would assume they'd be there.
Yeah. So the what is it? Do you remember how they did it last time? So obviously, like, what teams are playing for right now is a free trip to Germany for Leipzig, as well as a better seating. They get a top 8 spot. So I'm sure there's going to be 2 invites for NA, 4 for EU, hopefully 1 OCE, but that whole scenario is really weird now, dude. Because, like,
With OC.
yeah, because, like, Drip A is now, like, what the hell, dude? Changes everything.
I just can't wait till Drip A wins a world championship on NA soil, and for the meme to be that NA couldn't win a world championship without an OCE.
For
God, or
for
something.
everybody asking about covering other pools, I literally cannot cover other pools. My pool is only A2. The other streamers, A1 is up to rival eSports, and they stopped the stream, so they hosted me. So that is their call. I don't know why they stopped. Can you ask to cover? I'm literally covering our pools, man. I can't. I have to get Lotion satisfaction right now. I apologize for not being able to do those, but I'm literally in charge of A2, and I would be disservicing A2 if I did their stuff. The games do sound really good, though. I'm with you on that one, man.
Oh yeah, their pool's not done. Why did Rival stop?
I have no idea. Say Jacob Joro Euro. Does he want me to say gyro like he says it like a weirdo, or do you want me to say Euro? Jacob Joro Euro, Jacob Joro Euro, Jacob Joro Euro, Jacob Joro
So
Euro.
it
Jacob
originally
Joro Euro,
was
Jacob
Euro,
Joro.
but then everyone started calling him Gyro, so now he just accepts the Gyro.
Just because he accepts it doesn't mean it's right, Crelly. All right.
Oh no, it's not right.
Then
But
Euro it is still.
He doesn't care.
I know he doesn't care. It doesn't mean I'm going to say it wrong. It's like being like, I was notorious for being the only one who said Turbo Pulsa, right? Because everybody said Turbo Pulsa or something like that. I'm like, it's an O, guys, and it means sausage. Like, but he like called everybody out on Twitter. He's like, I'm pretty sure like Lawler and James are the only ones who say it right. And I'm like, yes. Like, either way, I try to say people's names as correct as possible, and it's not always easy because some of them are like ridiculous. Like, do you remember Mikageishi or something, or Mika whatever it was?
Yeah.
So ridiculous. Crelly, Morgan made too many chicken tacos, and you can have some if he wants. I feel like you guys are neighbors now, right?
Yeah, he lives across the street.
Sick. Dude, across the street for chicken tacos, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, but I just ate, so
Turbo,
not really hungry.
Dude, think of them think of it as a snack for later, man. You can go run another errand and then get some tacos. Who turns down chicken tacos? Free chicken tacos, man. What the hell? All right, info's up. Nice.
Cool.
Finally. Appreciate everybody in chat being patient. We've got Satisfaction versus Lotion. Lotion is the high seed.
This is good. I haven't seen the Satisfaction team yet. I'm interested.
Either way. That's why I wanted them. Yep. Lotion played okay, but definitely some mistakes. A little bit slow at times.
Yeah, I agree. Oh. Really good setup there from Lotion, but a good save came out. But I like that they're coming out with some fire. It's something we didn't see in the last series was they went down immediately in their first game and seemed slow ever since. So
Good
they're looking
pass
really
across.
good right off the start.
It's a really good touch. So as the ball gets played out, rather than trying to play it back inside, he jumps into it and ends up pushing it a little bit short. Luckily, the teammate's able to come across and then hit it with that corner of the car. Hits it here, so it puts power across.
I think it's important to mention too for Lotion, a lot of lateral passes across the box that were met by one of the attackers there. What made their attack so good was the constant pressure and great passes that ultimately led to a goal. And here's another one from Chicken who's just able to really kind of beat it down the midfield here, a dunk and then off the back wall.
Really decisive action too from him. Benefit of being in a good position. He's literally sitting at the midfield waiting for that play to develop for himself to give a chance to go for 50-50. As soon as he sees it, he approaches it and challenges from a higher angle above it and then jumps into it. Not only does it allow him to win the 50-50, but he does it with power, so it pushes his way. And then for him, it's just a matter of hitting that touch on the follow-up. Luckily, he doesn't get challenged by anybody in it. They're rotating in instead. It's a close shot. Should be able to follow this up. Goes for the fake. Oh. That was a really smart play by Cosmic. He had two in defense. A direct shot probably would have been saved unless he places it really far left, which is a tough angle to get from where he is. Fortunately, he lands with his wheels and not kind of like as a sharp angle.
Oh,
damn!
I thought he was going to hit the post again. Does crawl in for him here. Actually, a fantastic bounce came right out to him, and that last man from Lotion, I believe couldn't tell if it was Blake or not, but just didn't read it quick enough.
Yep.
Cosmic able there to punish.
I forget who his teammate was that hit it, but he hit it, and it ended up bouncing here, going up, and then playing out, kind of like the Justin bounce. Worked out really well. Kind of a sloppy hit, so it didn't roll up, but it worked out.
Oh, he went for the bump on Chicken, but Chicken didn't bite.
Cosmic's playing really well. A little bit of a double commit there. That's not his ball to go for. I think he wanted to pass him to Rue, but not enough boost to get there from Blake. Doesn't get the deny in the corner either. Luckily for him, Percy does. Good clear. That actually Blake cheat up. That should be 2 on. Daru with the first.
Cosmic?
Air rolls
floated
a
out
little bit.
there. Threw out the option, made Chicken think about it for a little bit.
Yeah, his air roll was a little bit too far across, so played to the right instead of back in.
On both sides of the field, you're seeing a lot of congestion in the box. Whether it's the blue side, oh my goodness, that one actually crawls in, but a lot of congestion in the boxes on both sides for both defenses, and I don't know if it's really so much a product of just panicking or the attackers putting on a lot of pressure. But if you notice, when any team pushes the ball down the field, you're seeing 2, 3, 4 players kind of on both sides of the ball in the box, and it's causing a lot of pinches out.
So 2 players obviously go for that corner as well. Charisma and both these players have no boost. They're just completely out. So they're both rushing for that corner. Difficulty, though, is with that, you have to enable one of your teammates to go for the 50-50 and buy that time, while this player should collect the boost pads in this area and try to stay roughly back post to mid to make a save. So we're going to make this Telus trigger line smaller. There we go. It's a little bit better. Yeah, they double commit in that corner, guys. Nice shot, Chicken.
Yeah,
right off the kickoff. He actually dodged a demo from Drew. So that delay as well. Drew's coming across. He actually has a challenge on the ball, but he goes a little bit wider and lets that ball develop. The difficulty is if that gets challenged head on, he's in trouble. Luckily, it's off the kickoff. Like, if that's not off the kickoff, they're in trouble. Because there should somewhere to already be far post or back post. And in net to clear that out. But because it's kickoff, everybody's kind of retreating at the same time. Pass over to Blake. Not enough power on it. You just drew part of the Batman logo. You act as if that wasn't intentional. Sorry, guys. The overlay is broken and bugged and annoying. What a save. Charisma played that really smart. A lot of players would have just boomed that downfield, but he actually chose to dribble it and control it instead.
Yeah, at this point in time, running out for satisfaction. Not so much control if you're late in the last minute, and Lotion has done a great job just to kind of run up the time at this point. You're seeing a lot of challenges just meeting 50-50 just to kill the ball in the midfield. Similar to that, you see it just causes a problem for the satisfaction offense to stay in rotation.
Yeah. I mean, you already see it in the issue as well, too, is even though they're like just killing in midfield, satisfaction just isn't there, which is weird because they started off so aggressive with really good attacks. It just hasn't been there since. It's a good adjustments by Lotion.
Yeah, Lotion look a lot better. Seriously, they really do. I really like what they did this game. I think there was a couple, double commits, the typical stuff that we'd see. But, I mean, for the most part, you see 11 shots. The only thing is, I mean, they did give up a lot of shots to the other side of Satisfaction. 10 shots on the other side of things. So, and Satisfaction definitely hit the post a few times as well. So this game could have been a lot closer. But at least on paper, looking at the score for Lotion, definitely a lot better in that sense.
Yeah, only 2 of the goals out of the 4 assisted as well for Lotion. Almost the same amount of saves off by 1 as well, 5-6. I think the real issue is this ping is way too high. No. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty even. I think the difference, though, is even though the shots and stuff were there, they weren't really anything threatening. They were just kind of getting thrown downfield. A couple backboard attempts. A lot of those shots did come off of that one initial play, too. The first one from Cosmic had like 3 touches in front, and then the other one where it got played across. I forget who went for the shot. I think it was Charisma. Shots like that are great and all, but they're just too light to actually do anything threatening. The initial hit is great. It's just if there's nobody kind of on the wing on the left or right side in the midfield boost or even up a little bit further, there's just no follow-up to it. This could be a chance for them, though. Play that wall. Good. Oh, he's actually there. So for Chicken there, the other option that he has is because he can't play that back towards the net based on his angle. What a pass, dude.
Great shot.
That pass was perfect. Chicken, yeah, it was great, but like, can we appreciate this pass? Power right midfield, perfectly in the middle, allows him to shoot it left or right, doesn't matter.
It should be a clean shot every single time you have all that space at the top of the box. Yeah. So really, a great pass and a great shot.
Good response, too.
Yeah, it's a good response, but for the defense there, that definitely should have been saved. Blake
Well,
You can see him kind of rotating back, and then that bounce just completely ruined him. Percy tried to make up for it. They shouldn't have been beat near post like that. There definitely should have been a defender there.
the initial issue too is when it's on that half field. I don't know if you guys saw it. So midfield's here. Someone was on that boost. So this is midfield. There was someone here, and instead of the ball hitting on his inside and going up the wall, it hit behind him and actually played back to his team. I think that's why Blake on the back wall wasn't ready, and I think the other teammate just was out of, like, it just, everybody was out of position because of that one initial mistake here. But 3 mistakes in a row, man, ain't gonna make any saves. Good save. It's the other issue there from Chicken. Chicken, there's nobody on him. It's a panic clear. A lot of teams still do that. There's nobody on him. They got the ball out. And rather than holding on to it, moving upfield, and then forcing one of their players on defense to go for it.
Oh, he missed.
That could be a good turn. Oh, he's actually not able to get there.
Wow.
Wow is right.
Great composure for Percy just to stick with it because he kind of got rattled there for a little bit.
No way. How did that go in?
Oh, it hurts to watch.
So Blake gets a touch, nothing special. One mistake. Oh, man. That's rough.
Yeah, there's really not much to say.
That's rough, man. That sucks.
That one just hurts to see.
Top right. No, good save. It's weird, man. Cosmic had such good touches earlier on. He just hasn't been able to connect since. I don't know if it's pressure or what, but play that off backboard. Good counterattack. The nice thing about a counterattack that's quick is it forces someone to make a save.
Oh.
That's a mistake.
Oh, and then the back
the
flip.
demo.
Yeah.
Yikes, dude.
Really, the fatal mistake was this touch from Cosmic towards the midfield. Blake obviously read that perfectly, and
So
the demo just secures it.
This is Cosmic's front of his car. And the ball bounces towards him. He's trying to get it so when the ball bounces off the ground, he hits it about the same time. It'll kind of force like a pinch-esque. It's a power shot that places it downfield. But because it hits above, it just kind of pops and goes out middle.
And again, it's just the minor mistakes on the side of satisfaction. I mean, sometimes they're just getting beat near post, or they're just a little bit out of position. Other times it's just a poor pass to the midfield, and you know this Lotion squad's good enough to punish.
Good pass. Can he get that? Oh my god. His initial touch was a little bit too far away from him. I thought he was going to go for a shot immediately. But he went for the double, and he only had like 7 boosts to make it happen. He still gets the angle, but it's a little bit too weak. If he had more power to put that ball down on, or to put it down on that ball, he might have been able to get it. Probably should have went for the immediate shot.
Oh, the defense is looking slower and slower from satisfaction. They're actually going to get a goal here, but you know their defense is very slow to react to a lot of balls bouncing in their side.
Yeah. Surprised Percy actually didn't get that.
Yeah, it's really another touch there that could have been extremely dangerous. A ball rolling on the ground across the entire field with everyone kind of pushed up.
Yep.
That could have easily been punished there by Percy, like you mentioned, but luckily they were able to kind of collect it before he could.
Pinched across as well. I think that's part of the reason. As if that would have played any slower, it would have been easy for Percy to kind of intercept and go in front. But a lot of from the heavens just kind of lands on it. Hello? Good demo. That's something that we haven't seen from either of these teams really yet. And you get 2 there. That could have been it, man.
What in the world was that save from Chicken?
Lucky. That's what it was.
Right there, that play from Chicken, he could have easily just boomed that ball into the corner, and it wouldn't have really been horrible, but he chose to try and keep possession. He moved up the wall, and then he forced a tough defensive save from the side of satisfaction. So really good heads-up play from him to keep possession and not just boom the ball away.
Even with only 40 seconds left, like I get they're trying to waste time, but it's easier to just hold on to the ball for an extra couple seconds and at least make something out of it. Like a pass inside there. He probably could have faked that if he really wanted to. Like, that's something that when teams are up and they kind of control on offense, when you that's probably the biggest time to go for fakes, because obviously they want this like urgency and this really like, hey, we have to challenge the ball now. But if you can work in a slight delay here and there, these little challenges, as long as you do them at the right moments, like that corner would have been perfect for it. But like that challenge where he didn't was great. But this is kind of a do or die here. Yep. Congrats to Lotion 2-0. Well played. Nothing fancy,
Yep.
just less mistakes, I think is the easiest way to say it, right?
Definitely. Yeah. No, I mean, we said it, we talked about it. It's just less mistakes, and they capitalized on the inconsistencies from Satisfaction. So, obviously, the scoreboard shows it, and so does the series. Lotion, where they move on to the. Oh, no, they get to play question mark now.
Yep, and then that's for a qualifying spot for the closed. But Revelation is the high seed for the next match. We're waiting on the other team. We don't know who it is yet. Let me make this a little bit bigger. And center that. We're waiting on Endeavor and Boost Legacy. They kind of just started. I think it's going to be like a solid 10 minutes before we get to that, guys. From the looks of it. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a little bit. Why is Rival eSports not streaming anymore? I couldn't tell you, man. I have no affiliation with them. I just know they hosted us because they were generous. But I literally don't know. Pretty dope how the bracket shows that the game is being streamed and even the streamer. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Rival said they were done. Did they say why?
It sounds like they just did the winner side.
Yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't do the lowers. Like, there's still qualifying matches. I can tell you, man. It's unfortunate, but they did the upper and not the lower. Why didn't they do the lower? Like, the lower still has the same teams that were just there. I don't know. We've got Revelation. I'm excited for this match. I assume it's going to be Endeavor. But we're going to put a little thingy there and put Boost Legacy in there, too. We don't know who. Nefarious versus Animal Planet versus Afterthought afterwards. Jeez. Yeah. I would love to see Afterthought versus Nefarious. That would have been good.
Yeah. Is that a game that happened?
It's what's going on in the A bracket, or the A1 pool, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, A1 pool. Let me take a look.
Oh, yeah. Animal Planet. Oh. Wait, Animal Planet spanked Nefarious.
Yeah.
Holy.
What was the 3-1, 7-1? Yikes, dude.
Yikes is right.
You weren't kidding about spanked. Afterthought and Animal Planet, that'd be a really good game. Rocket League Central,
Animal
I think,
Planet.
is if you guys want to watch Animal Planet and Afterthought, I think Rocket League Central is covering it right now, even though they're not supposed to.
Animal Planet has Taroko. That's a player I have my eye on.
Rocket League Central is not streaming A2. I'm streaming A2. That's me right here, A2. If you want to watch all of them, though, so you don't miss anything, click that link. That is the easiest way to watch all of them at once. That way you don't miss anything. Can I cover you even though I'm not supposed to? If I'm trying to take a nap and you have a blanket, sure. As long as it's not too hot. I don't want to get sweaty. No worries, brother. Thanks, man. Appreciate you looking out. What's up, Eric? How you doing, man? Chat, while we're waiting for this to develop, is there any questions that you guys have? Any things that you would like to know? Whether it be about rosters or any of that kind of stuff? I guess I can ask you, Corelli. What are your thoughts on some of the latest roster updates? Is there anything that really stick out to you?
Well, first of all, I wasn't shocked to see, all the roster changes. I think I like change.
Right.
I think it's fun.
Same.
So,
Vikings
it looks,
probably March. We don't know, though.
I think Leipzig, well, obviously, and WSOE, that'll be first. But
right.
I think that'll be a great test for the new G2 roster because I have really high hopes for them.
I think we all do. I think they've solidified themselves as a top 3 again. like guaranteed.
I tend to agree. I am inclined to agree. I just want them to prove that to us and prove it to themselves as well. And I think
Right.
they will. I mean, Chicago's a beast, man. And
Said it
so I was
numerous
super
times, man.
excited.
Top
I
top
actually
five
think
NA
that
man. Top 5 NA player.
yeah,
It's happening.
absolutely.
Yeah. What
And I
was the
actually
result of
feel like
Lotion versus Satisfaction? Lotion 2-0'd.
yeah. And I think the Rogue roster actually is going to be pretty fun to watch too.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Rogue
I've been
to
talking to
grow.
Wesker a lot. And he's saying scrims are going really, really well. Both Kronovi and Wonder are like synergistic. It's been really interesting to hear that. So, um, I think
It seems
ages.
like to me,
I think it's the
sorry,
old
go ahead.
guys, man, that just like when they work together.
Yeah. It seems like for me, because like we got to see Wonder in the Rival series um, for a while, and it just seemed like he was uncomfortable in that roster a lot. Like while they were experiencing success, it seemed like he was kind of just out of place. And I feel like he's going to be a lot more comfortable with someone like Kronovi. And AJ has just blossomed into a
Oh yeah.
fantastic player.
Oh yeah.
He has really popped off, even in the rival series, because everyone. The thing was, he was kind of overshadowed. We always talked about the Wonder Thunder, but then AJ really started to shine, and then he took that into the RLCS, and they experienced a little success, obviously, at least getting to the uh, what the hell is it called? Promotion or not promotion, the playoffs.
There
They're
you
like
go.
the first team to do that. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm excited for that team, especially. I want Kronovi to kind of bring that team together and have some success.
Yeah. It's interesting to see how that how that's going to develop. The other thing I know a lot of people are asking about is why hasn't Miho been picked up? And for me, it's even though a lot of understand like six man's is great as just a very good baseline of like you can plug and play this player. I take as a prime example, JNaps is one of the best players when it comes to Gold Rush. You can fit him into pretty much any roster and it's fine. Same thing with Garrett, same thing with Turbo. Like on land, those players genuinely do good when you play them in any like they're a good fill spot. It's the same thing to be like, why do you build a team around Remco? Because he's malleable and he'll fill anything you want. He'll make very minimal mistakes. Like he's a player that you can build a team around. I think JNaps is like that. I think Garrett's like that. I think Turbo's like that, right? The difficulty with Miho, though, is even though he's maybe playing really well in six mans, that doesn't exactly correlate to him playing on a pro team consistently against other pros that work together that have certain kind of coordination and chemistry already innate in their play style. The other thing is we haven't seen Miho play in a competitive setting in 8 months. We have no idea how he's going to perform in a competitive setting at all. No idea whatsoever. Like he hasn't played since what? Selfless? Denial? Whatever it was. I think it was Selfless.
Selfless. It was
Yeah.
selfless, yeah. Because
So
he had a pretty good season when we
yeah,
last saw him, but then he just fell off the face of the earth.
he was the best player on the team at the point, in my opinion. Like he's the one who was a majority of the offense, and like, yeah, he played for CLG. That's what I mean. He played for CLG, and he was the best player in CLG. Like he's the only one who really did anything, in my opinion. But it's like, since then, what have we seen him in a true 3v3 setting? And I understand you guys say Universal Open, but that's twos. It's totally different. He's not a sub for G2, is he? He was. I know he was looking. He was a sub for G2 at one point, but I don't think he is anymore. I know he's been talking about wanting to be a starter for an RLCS team, but it's like I could have possibly saw him going to Ghost. But so if he's subbing for G2, then he's no longer looking for a starting roster. So no longer is Miho a choice. So that answers that, right? And as for Yukio going to Dig, I think it's literally the best pickup they could have picked. After
Yeah,
K-Top leaves, I think Yukio is the best option for that squad. I think
What do you
that's
think about what do you think of Drippe?
It's gonna take him some bit, but the thing I'm most excited about, and I've tweeted, number one, it is the first international exchange, right? Like we've never had that. That's huge news. It makes history. It's also the first time an OCE player doesn't have to worry about monetary problems. Most like people don't understand that 1 month of playing for EG is equivalent to an entire salary for the whole year of playing for Chiefs. And Chiefs was the
Yep.
highest paid org.
Yeah.
Like that's huge. I don't think you understand what that does like mentally for a player to just be like, I can just focus on playing the game. I don't have to have a second job. I don't have to deal with school. I don't have to whatever. The difficulty though is he has the mental strain of always focusing on Rocket League. He can never escape it. Like he's always either at the training facility or he's with his teammates. 100% of the time in North America. He doesn't have any like friends that he can go and hang out with. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He doesn't, like his life is Rocket League right now. And that can be very strenuous for a player. And I've reached out to him. I hope some of us other casters or other people in the area also reach out to him and say, hey man, if you ever need a time to escape or just like go get a beer, hang out or whatever, I know that will do wonders for him. I hope he also recognizes that he needs to not surround himself in Rocket League. And know when to take breaks and enjoy the fact that he's in a different country that he's never, experienced other than for Rocket League, So right. Seattle's a beautiful area. There's plenty to do there. It's pretty expensive, but you got that eSports money, dude. Enjoy it. So,
but how do you think about him and the team? I mean, do you think
it'll take some time to develop? I think that team still has problems. I mean this in the nicest way, but that is not a LAN winning team. And never will be with their current roster. And I don't mean that to be mean. It's just the brutal honesty. Like, I think Chrome's a great player, but I don't think he'll ever win a LAN. I just simply don't think that's a player that's capable of doing so. I don't think Corrupted G is a player that's capable of winning a LAN. And that's not to be rude. It's just based upon what I've seen and what it takes to win a LAN. I don't think he's at that echelon of player that jumps to the next level. Chrome is an on-EG. I know he coaches for Energy and played with the old Rogues roster. Like I know Chrome, but I'm just saying like when Chrome went to LAN, he played with EG. He played well, but it's not a LAN championship team. I'm just equating it to etc. It's just there's a certain type of player that you can tell that has the makings to be a professional team. You said Chrome when talking about EG. Oh, I see. Yeah. Anyway, so you look at a player like Chicago, right? To me, it screams like, this guy's nuts, right? This guy's insane. And if you put him with the right people, LAN potential is there, right? I look at EG and I just don't see it. I don't see Classics handling that pressure when it matters the most, even though people always doubt them. I think there's a reason why they always get stopped at 5th or 4th. And I feel the team can develop. I think Drippe is the best player from OCE, period. And he's a fantastic pickup. But I feel like we're going to need one more roster change before we see like the true potential. I think there needs to be one more change with Drippe. I just don't see it, man. I don't. I think they're a great team. I think they're guaranteed top 5. But I think Rogue in time. I think Rogue in time will take them on the 4th spot.
Yeah, I think overall, I think that Drippe coming onto that team, EG, is really good for them.
I agree.
Like that's a world-class player, like you said, definitely the best player from OCE that you could have picked up.
And we don't even know what his like. He plays against NA and EU for 2 weeks out of the year, and he's now getting to do it for 4 months straight.
So he's going to improve.
Like, Drippe is only going to get better. There's no way he regresses. Hopefully he doesn't develop into the NA play style. Like, hopefully he sticks to passing and hitting nutty double touches and stuff and doesn't go for these terrible clears and whatever. But, like, he's only going to get better. Like, how do you not? You're being subjected to higher level play every day of your life. Like, he gets to queue NA 6-mans with no ping issues.
Yes.
Maybe, because they're on East, so he's probably still pulling like 80 ping. But it's a lot better than 240. I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's right, because he's in Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the best connection he's ever had.
Right. 80 ping is a lot better than 240. So
exactly.
It'll be interesting, man. I think it'll take them a little bit longer to develop. I think they're currently battling with Rogue.
My feelings on EG are just, I agree. I think they're going to need a little bit of time to develop, but I think that they have potential to make deep runs into LANs, to consistently make day 3s of whatever, or championship Sundays. I think they do. I really like the leadership of Fireworks. I think that he's done a great job.
He's the
I
best
sat
coach.
down and
He's the best coach in
oh,
Rocket League right now, hands down.
he's amazing. I talked to him. I wanted to know more about the team before casting them,
Mhm.
and I asked, what he did to help them prep and his thoughts on their opponent. Wow, he's a great mind to pick,
Mhm.
and he really does know his players. So if there's anyone that can make this EG roster become championship level, it's Fireworks, in my opinion,
I mean, he
to help
turned EG
guide them.
from a toxic and somewhat like negative environment to having the youngest player on the team being the most vocal.
Yeah, and
To have a 15-year-old player be the most vocal on a team, that's crazy
right.
for the Rocket League
Yeah.
scene. So
So I'm excited. I think that EG team will surprise us. I'm really conflicted on making any predictions about how good or bad they'll be, because we just like you said, we've never seen an international player come over and now going to play for a North American team.
talking about Chicago
I
guys,
really don't know how that's going to go.
when
So
Reed
I'm
when
going
Reed
to
came
reserve
to
my
EG, he was super young. He was
opinion
15,
until
and he
they
got Reed to
show
be
us
the
what
most
they
talkative.
got in a couple tournaments. But I'm really, really excited. And like you said, I really want Drippe to work out in North America, whether it's EG or wherever,
Yeah.
if he gets traded or bought out, whatever. I really, really want him. I hope he's here to stay. I'm sure he is, because obviously money is a big factor.
I do not foresee Drippe leaving North America this year. I can't. Like,
oh, definitely not.
No matter what, he is a valuable asset to any team. He's extremely gifted as a player.
100%.
Super easy to work with. Very willing to take criticism. Behind CJ, because we're all biased towards CJ, Drippe is one of my favorite people from OCE. Easily. Like, the guy's great. Super funny. Really hardworking. I think Jake was a huge catalyst, though, for Chiefs, and that's why they've kind of been this weird in between. But Drippe is the most talented player. I think CJ is the best personality for obvious reasons, but I mean, Shady and Express are fantastic as well. I got to hang out with them a lot at the last LAN because I went out early and kind of sat in on boot camps and stuff and hung out with them and their media guy for a little bit. And having two CJs in one group was just a little too much. It was crazy how funny it was all the time.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the other ones don't, like, you talk about when big personalities in there, the other ones kind of sit in the corner and keep to themselves. The other two just rip it right into them too. Like, it's great. So,
but now you got to think of the repercussions of basically the best player of a region leaving.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea what's going to happen to OCE. I have no idea.
Because, it kind of makes the region
Jake is
weaker,
not the coach
right?
of the Chiefs. Jake coaches for TSM, just so you guys are aware. He does not coach for the Chiefs. Sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that I think that, with the best player in a region leaving, does that make a region weaker now? Because now there's a gap in basically the best team of OCE, right? That needs to be filled. How are you going to fill Drippe's shoes, right?
I mean, someone's got to step up, man, and
someone's got to step up.
That's not an easy thing to do. I think out of all the players there, I think Tarzas is the most mechanically sound, which is crazy with him being keyboard, right? But there's a characteristic that's you can't really put it into like a stat. It's not like a tangible thing that you can say. It's just something that the player either has or they don't have. Drippe was a natural born leader in game. When the weight was on them and the pressure was on them, he stepped up and put it away. Like, his double touches are legendary. Jake could do the same things, but he definitely struggled with the inconsistency side of that. I just don't know if Torsos is that player. They need another CJ-esque. Like, I could see the best thing for Chiefs is if CJ goes back and plays with Kami and goes with Torsos. I honestly think that would be the best thing. Because they need someone who's very vocal, very in your face.
Yeah. I just tough.
I don't know the OCE scene enough. Like, that's something to ask Yummy Cheeseman about, is being like, yo, who from the OCE region that we aren't talking about is enough to fill the shoes of Drippe? And I honestly don't know if there is someone.
That's exactly what I was about to say. As NA guys were kind of just poking in the dark here, but
Right.
what does OCE, what are they breeding as new talent right now? What's coming up? Obviously we don't know, but
Hmm.
um, I would love to see those up and comers and see who's really gonna step it up here, because like I said, there's a big hole on that Chiefs team that needs to be filled, which will have repercussions for all rosters, because the best player or the perceived best player from any other team is going to want to take that spot in the Chiefs, and that's going to change, and the line's going to move up, right? All that new talent's going to move up. So for OCE, it's about developing quality talent, which is tough in a region that's so small and that only
Right.
gets what, 2 chances a year to play European and North American talent. That's hard to do, but
I think.
that's a huge hit to a region to lose someone like Drippe.
Did you? I know. I mean, obviously you were there. Chet, how many of you guys saw the feature we did on Drippe for um, RLCS 6? At the live finals, we did what we called legend spotlights, or people that have been in the scene. We did Remco, we did Drippe, we did, I think Fireburner was one of them, and Turbo, I think was the other one. Or no, it was Cookser. But we did a feature on Drippe talking about who this player is. And the funny thing is it was supposed to be a lot of player interview stuff, but because the players don't know how to articulate themselves and explain what they're actually saying, they were like, "Yeah, he's really good." So it pretty much became a me and Brody interview. Like
Yeah.
all of the things were pretty much me and Brody just talking about what they mean to the game and how this all that kind of stuff. And that's the kind of stuff we talked about. Drippe is like, he's a player that has been the best of a region, that only gets exposure to the best teams in the world twice a year for a week, roughly, and is still able to maintain being the best in a region, even though there's literally one team that kind of challenges them.
Yep.
Like, to actually talk about how difficult it is to stay at the literal best of your region for that long with the same roster is not easy. It's really difficult to maintain that.
And that just goes back to what we're saying about coming to North America now.
Dude,
Holy smokes.
27 minutes, by the way, from this Endeavor and Boost Legacy game.
Yeah, I'm also watching the Animal Planet Afterthought. They're in a 4-minute overtime in game 1.
Yeah, me too. I've got it up muted on mine. I've got the multi-stream up.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys are speaking of, I know we haven't had games for a half hour. The fact that there's still 500 of you here watching and hanging out, greatly appreciate it. If you guys want to make sure you're watching all the channels at once, there's a multi-link right there. You can click. It'll put up 4 windows of every stream that are live, and you can watch it. So good ways to do it. I hope you guys are enjoying the conversation. We're just spitballing, talking about rosters and all that kind of stuff, trying to keep it entertaining for you all while we wait for this series to finish, because then we can get into our last qualifier match. Question Mark did already win their match 2-0 over Lotion, so Question Mark, congrats to them. They'll be moving to the closed qualifier. Lotion just falls short. Last match, though, will be between Revelation and Endeavor or Boost Legacy. We don't know who, so we're waiting on. Exclamation point multi. It'll pull up the link right there. Loving the RLCS talk? Good. We're literally just spitballing, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it.
We love RLCS, so.
It's like it's our job. Yeah, man, it's been an exciting off season. I think you and I both can agree. It's probably it gets you really amped for the next season of RLCS, right? Like,
Yeah.
every time there's like a crazy change and it just snowballs and there's this huge domino effect of like rosters. It makes you start to think like, it's what makes me really enjoy the game again. You have to think about like, okay, if this roster beats this roster, like this player has this player, how is their play style going to go up against this? And that's stuff that, especially when it's unknown and we don't know the answers to it because we haven't seen it yet. And then that gets catapulted even more, or should I say trebuchet, because it's the ultimate, it's the better one. That then explodes even more because we don't know how they're going to perform, and they're going to get better as time progresses, right? Like, same thing with EG. EG is good, but how good are they going to be as they develop as a team? Rogue's pretty good. How are they going to develop as a team? We haven't even mentioned Ghost. Like,
Yeah.
no offense to Zane Jackie, he was easily the weak link on the team. Zane Jackie's my guy. I fucking love Zane, but unfortunately he's done. Like, he's after that double touch mishap, and like it's like, okay, man, like if you can't hit those, it's time. And it's unfortunate to say because I love the guy, but any player they pick up is going to probably be a step in the right direction. You know, they brought in Arsenal. They had some offense. And this, even though they had Zayn last season, they still went to 5 against every team.
Yeah.
And now you're adding even more offense to that. It's like, what are we going to get with
it's-
Ghost? Like, is Ghost going to surprise a lot of people? Are they going to play 35 games again this season? Or, like, what's going to happen, you know? So,
Yeah, time will
It's
tell.
interesting.
It's very interesting. I'm excited. I want to see.
hey, Vince, appreciate you stopping by,
Obviously,
buddy.
we haven't
How
even
you doing?
talked about Bread or Splice.
Bread.
I'm obviously
Oh,
biased.
yeah, someone
I'd
asked
love
about
to see
that.
the
Someone
Rival
asked about
Series
that.
there.
How do you feel about Splice doing? I'll save my opinion after.
So every time I see people talk about it, they say, "Oh, Splice and Bread are going to get pooped on this season," and obviously that's been the trend for most of the Rival Series teams that get promoted. I think I don't think that they're going to come out and win, obviously. Um, and, and I think that it's going to be. I don't think they're going to come out and just stomp RLCS teams or anything like that. But I do think that for Splice and for Bread, they have great potential to do well and be teams to actually go to the playoffs and not be a complete underdog, something like FlyQuest. I know that Splice in particular have fantastic work ethics. They have they worked on a lot between the last offseason, and it showed. I mean, they were a completely different team when they came into the rival series, but obviously the
Right.
RLCS is a completely different showing. So to make the long story short here, I think that I don't think that they're going to go 0-7 or anything like that. I don't think that they're going to perform amazingly, right? I don't think they're going to 3-0 people like NRG or Cloud9. But I think that for a team like Splice in particular, have the potential to upset a lot of these teams, the big dogs in the North American RLCS and do well. But with that said, again, I would love to. All I want is one of them to stay in the RLCS and not go to the promotion relegation tournament next season.
Right. So
That's all I want.
So the way I look at it, right, is you and I both agree, and the way you have to ask it is not in even as a are they capable kind of thing, because clearly they are, right? To me, it's if I look at their matchups, because their roster is not changing, right, and I compare them to who are currently in it. Can they beat Cloud9? No. Can they beat Energy? Hell no. Can they beat EG? Maybe, probably not. Can they beat Ghost? Maybe, probably not. Can they beat Rogue? Maybe, probably not. Can they beat G2? Definitely not. Like, I'm comparing them to all the other teams that are in that league, and I can't give them the benefit of the doubt. I just can't. Like, I think Bread's win is going to come over Splice. I think Bread will beat Splice, and that's it. I think Splice is going to lose every game, as state. I do agree with you though that they have a very hardworking team. They're all extremely motivated. I know that's why their roster did not change. It's because Karma found 2 people that are just as dedicated as her to play the game, right?
Right.
Like, to find 2 teammates that are willing to be a workhorse is great, right? Bold prediction, Bread and Splice go 0-7.
Wow.
Okay, Vince.
I think though I agree. I agree. If you compare a Splice roster or Bread roster to Cloud9, do you think they're gonna win? No, but
to me,
I think you
I
can say
look
that for any team that gets promoted, right?
But
Like
at the
any
same
team
time,
that's
like,
going to get promoted,
look
it's
at the
gonna be a
bottom.
new
Look at their bottom
player.
3. Look at the 4, 5, 6 spots. Right, those are going to be contested by EG, Rogue, and most likely Ghost. I would assume, right? Because Ghost, I think, is going to be an improvement, right? So if those are the 3 teams, I then take those 3 teams, and those are the guys that are fighting for 4, 5, and 6. And right now, Bread and Splice are fighting for 6 or 7. And I don't see them winning. I just don't. I think it's a huge uphill battle. I think Achieves is going to die in a bunch more hills this season. But, like, I just can't give them the leg up. I can't give them the nod. I will, for the sake of being on the desk, I will argue the reasons why they could win.
Sure.
Just for the sake of conversation. But when it really comes down to it, they're like, Lawler, why can Splice win this game? Well, these are the reasons why. This is how they're going to have to do it. But is it going to happen? No.
Sure. And I think anyone who immediately picks Splice over Cloud9 the first week or whatever
is going for the cheeky upset.
is losing their marbles. But I think that I know for a fact that Splice will prepare for that match like no other and will be ready to go on that day to play and will have a game plan coming into it. And I think that goes a lot
Now, I'm not going to say they're going to come out and win. They have to play well.
Right.
But, I think that for Spice in particular, more so than Bread, only because I think Bread are just a bunch of phenomenal players
Chad
that come
Gibbs
in
is
and have done
guessing.
well. Yeah, exactly. So
So good.
I don't know. All I want, like I said, I want one of them to stay in the RLCS. I just want one of them to not have to go to the promotion relegation. So
That's just your own personal desire, man. That doesn't mean it's
it
actually
is. Oh,
logical.
I know.
All right, Crowley.
No, you're right. You're right.
These casters not using their brains, I tell you. It's the reason why I'm always in the top 2 when it comes to caster predictions. I'm just saying, chat. Just saying. Which is funny. So we used to do caster predictions like through all the casters all the time. Gibbs always sets it up. We all get it going. Everything's great, and it always comes down to James cheating, and that's why we all just hate it. Because like we all set this like unspoken rule of rosters are locked in the morning. And James is like, well, they lost earlier in the day, so I'm going to change my pick and then change him for later in the day. And I'm like, dude. And he's like, well, there's no rule about it. I'm like, James, you don't have to win. It's fine, dude. Just let it be. Like, it's okay. And then everybody just stops caring about it. But in the end, it just turns up to people like James will drop really, really low because he goes for upsets because it's the only way he can make back time, right? So instead of only being down by like 3 games, he goes down by like 6 because you have to pick the upset. So that's the only issue of why I don't like predictions is because the issue that comes with it. But I do want to say congrats to Boost Legacy for powering through.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by this. I'm happy for them.
We'll see if they can take down this Revelation team. Obviously,
Yep, it's gonna be a tough one.
I will say Revelation has been sitting for a little bit, so obviously, conversation of they're cold or whatever comes in, but I think they're fine.
It was actually part of it. Boost Legacy drilled that game 35 minutes.
Yeah.
So they could ice the other team, and clearly it worked. Nailed it.
Yeah. I actually got to play with Hoodie one time in rank B before he went back to rank A.
How was it?
He's a pretty good player. Yeah. No, he's a great player. Nice guy too. So I'm actually that's really the only player that I've seen play here on this Boost Legacy team.
Boost Legacy, obviously, roster has been around for a very long time. Rosters have changed numerous times. I actually know Jay Powell better than anybody on this team. That Dominus is very telling of his style. Expect big clears across if he finds them. He likes to slam it downfield for a teammate, usually Hoodie. Big counterattacking team, last time I watched. That was almost close. And the overlay's up again. I hate it with my entire being. Good flick. A little bit late on that flick. Allowed him to get in position to make a challenge. Smart play by Hoodie.
Yeah.
There's one about to challenge him, and rather than waiting, he just slammed it off to get the clear. So it forces one to challenge inside and then plays back to the midfield. So good decision by him. Good slow play.
Yeah, I love the control there from Jay Powell as well. Just bring that ball down instead of he could have easily boomed that one off the backboard or whatever. But again, I think that really is one of the biggest difference maker from your average GC player to... well, hold on a second. Did someone get bumped?
Nope. There's one in target, but...
Oh, yikes, he missed.
Yeah, just a mistake off the backboard.
Well, I was trying to say that what separates a lot of the just your run-of-the-mill Grand Champ players to higher level players is bringing that ball down, keeping possession, keeping control, and then playing with intention once you get control. And that was exactly what J-Pow was doing, and I like that. Also, yes, I am trying to be a sub for Revelation.
Too many letters in his name. That's why they kicked him.
So that we can have that T. Corelli synergy when they need me.
That'd be so bad. I would hate casting that. Oh my god. What a save, dude. Good bump as well as he's coming out.
It's free aerial. Good save, though.
Yeah, shot needed to be played top left as well. Both players were grounded. You gotta get those up. Good pinch. A lot of demos coming out. But downfield. Interesting for him to choose that route. Doesn't have a teammate that can get it, and there's 2 players that are going to be able to rotate out of that. If he would have played that straight to the backboard, the pinch either way would have basically led to an option. So
that was very uncharacteristic of AlphaCap there. He just gave away the ball. He had options, I think, on both sides. And I don't know, I think he was trying to pass it. I think he just flubbed it. I don't think he was just trying to boom it downfield like that.
Yeah. That back pass to maintain possession, really good. Fortunately, no follow-up. That's kind of been their issue. It's kind of become stagnant in the past probably 2 minutes. The follow-up just has been lacking. I think these guys playing a little bit more reserved.
Oh, it's open.
Yeah, because of stuff like this. All it takes is 1 man.
14 shots for Boost Legacy, 10 saves for Revelation. My goodness. Wow.
Also, it's not a mouse chat, it's a pencil. Sorry. Ooh, is he going to get that?
Fantastic.
Wow, he plays it around too. I thought he was going to pass that back. I thought he was going to play it across and then back and then a shot. But he just shot it.
Beautiful.
Underneath Hoodie. That's close too. Hoodie read it. I honestly thought they were going to go for a 3-man pass and play that back as a 1-touch. And going for the shot instead, man. That's not an easy angle to hit either. Counterattacks on both these are so fast, man.
Yeah. Boost Legacy, though, I mean, yeah, 15 shots at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, Revelation defense holding strong, but you've got to find the corners here.
Smart choice by Heck. He's underneath. He's actually cheated up a little bit too far initially anyway. Obviously, these guys are recognizing that they're getting beat to the ball. Like the aggression, like you see there. Part of the reason why they're able to do that is because they're always moving. If you want to watch specifically AlphaCap and the rest of the guys, look how much they continuously move. They never fully come to a complete stop. Allows them to maintain their momentum going through, which in terms of challenges, it allows them to get to the ball first. There's been a couple times. Oh, what a save, almost.
Wow.
There's been a couple times, though, where you're starting to see the guys on Boost Legacy where they get kind of caught cheating up a little bit too hard or positioning. They're out of the way, and that just gets further extended by having to stop, slow down. And then, again, someone sweeps in, usually Alpha, and it just continues to exploit. Plus, they're getting boosted tonight hard, which is surprising because despite all those shots that they have, like, you'd think they'd be able to apply more pressure and everything with boost, but ZPS is being a nuisance. Like,
yep,
he's being a dick. Like, and it's working out, man.
12 saves for Revelation. Holy smokes.
It's a lot, man. I mean, they still pull 7 shots, but, like, Hex gets 7 alone. Like,
now, I'm not a very smart guy, but
I believe in you. You can do it.
if you got 17 shots and only score 1 goal, I don't care what kind of shots they were. I don't know, man.
Something's not going right here.
Yeah, a little bit off target on that one. So I have these names mixed up. Is Boost Legacy's in blue? No, I have it right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm like, I think they have the high seed. I do. Alright. We're on match point, you guys. And it's going to sneak one through. What happened here? So, good stuff. Okay, so AlphaCap gets the good stuff on Hoodie's clear. And then they just get a closer follow-up.
Yeah, Hoodie kind of dangled that one in front of his own net. I think flipping on that one earlier to try and get it to the corner faster with more power.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, kind of set up the opposition for a shot.
Oh, So Heck wanted to get around that.
It's open. Oh.
He wanted to play that left rather than using the nose of his car and angling it. He tried to use like the left side of it. Would have put a decent amount of power on it, but good pass. What a play, dude.
Again.
Pass
This
up
is
to
what this
mid.
Revelation team.
Just beat backs it up, man.
It's what they do, man. They do this so well. We saw it earlier when they went in their WSOE qualifier, and they're seeing it again here now, especially against good teams, too. I mean, they're finding the space, and they're hitting that pass every single time. Really well done, Rocket League.
Yeah, just good vision, man. I mean, it's not easy to find your teammate up midfield. Even though, like, I think the catalyst for me on that one is the fact that he's facing backwards. And he has the foresight to be like, I just need to hit this timing-wise. Like, obviously, we're susceptible to it. Everybody in chat's susceptible to it. Like, the fact that this game is all physics-based, like, we understand if you played enough the difficulty that it takes to hit a ball on target, in pace, all those factors that come into play, right? But he's also doing it backwards. He's in a high-pressure situation like this to qualify. Like, a lot of things are going into motion of them making sure all those touches are right on the money. So, just further extends how well they're playing. ZPS also reading that really well, trying to go for a block. Pre-jumps becoming more and more prevalent in the scene, as you can see here. Everybody up. Good bump out of net. Good save follow-up, too. Good 50-50. ZPS should win it. Oh, he misses off target. Good bump. Alpha playing the more passive route. It's a good choice. They're up by 2. There's no reason to force anything. He was actually pretty far away from that challenge anyway. I don't think he would have made it in time. So he just backs off and gets position and boost, and everything else is pretty fine. Uh-oh. That's Feels backflip. It's another one.
Ooh.
Those are the ones that they need to score on. It's just everybody's rotating back for boost.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk, about when to go as the third man, and I think Alpha Cap really showed there to actually not go and stay back, wait for the play to develop a little bit more, and realize that his team's not going to come out with possession there, because the play definitely broke down earlier on with the play. That's a fantastic play between Alpha Cap and T-Corral there. And it seems like Revelation just a little bit more consistent when they move down the field. Catching, you see Heck there trying to make up for it. He wasn't far enough back, so he tried to make up for it by going for that ball, but got caught out, and T-Corral, of course, downfield already. So really good play there from Revelation. The speed to transition onto offense was there. Caught out the defense.
Yeah, there's on that side wall, there's a player that's coming to challenge. The one who gets it actually denies the clear. That pinch then goes out the midfield. It catches Heck, who's rotating back off guard, and he tries to challenge across field. The difficulty is even if he hits this 50-50, it's still going to pinch out this way from the least angle of resistance. While the other player is moving directly across. So not only does he get there too late, like his best option there is actually just go back post towards his net. If I can get it here while we move instead. I get the effort he's trying to put in, but just overwhelming speed, man.
This is nice. I like this one a lot.
He follows it. Jeez,
follows it. Wow.
You know, the funny thing is, he's like a foot off the ground. He just landed.
Right.
He could serve all that boost, but it's way prettier when he doesn't.
Oh yeah, he absolutely could have landed, but why not? Why not go for it? He knew he could hit that.
Possibly could have went for a stall on that, get a little bit more oomph underneath it, but that touch really good. He gets a boost pickup with it as well, and almost a dunk from ZPS. Good touch, better save.
Uh-oh, that's a really tough spot. J-Pow at that point was just praying that T-Corral missed. Luckily he did. There's so much pressure from the Revelation side. And it's just shot after shot, and it's relentless.
So for everybody in chat who's complaining about the quote-unquote commentary, this is commentary. It's just two people watching the game and offering insight about what's happening. If you want full sweaty tryhard commentary, I don't feel like yelling at my computer today. Sorry. we're just sitting down and enjoying some gameplay. I hope you guys enjoy it too. But when the game is up, it's 4-0 and a team is getting stomped at this point. I don't think you guys need us to further exploit that. So. Right off the backboard, right in the right spot. Jeez, what a pass, dude.
What a pop-off. T. Corral, dude, 4 goals this game, and he just seems to be the right spot. And again, it's ZPS setting him up. That's a couple times now we've seen ZPS do a great job serving up, dishing it up in front of the net. Yeah, so he's done a great job.
So the best part is if this is the corner, when he's coming off, he swings in harder to it and hits it before it gets to this curvature. The benefit of that does is it hits the ball off of it and bounces it off the wall. So it doesn't hug that back wall. It actually pops it out in the middle. That's the only reason why Corral's able to get to it. Because that angle, if it's too close, he can't hit that straight down. Really well done. Dude. Hey, they got a goal. Woo!
They did. I think it's a little too late.
What gave it away, Crowley?
Well, I think it was probably the 10 seconds left down by 4.
Okay.
That's just what my analyst senses were telling me, you know.
Well done, sir. So smart.
Yep.
Well, congrats to Revelation. We were wondering if a team was going to be able to come in and challenge them, and they I feel like you're just congratulating yourself at this point, you weirdo, but dominant performance, I think, is the best way to say it. They kind of had their way with them. To be completely honest, it was kind of a spanking, man. They are further exploiting that success they had in Renegades, man. They look really good.
Yes.
I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see if that continues, though. Like, it's one thing to do it against open qualifier teams, and don't get me wrong, there's definitely some solid open qualifier teams. They did drop to the lower, which makes me kind of curious. Like, okay, you guys get an extra life again tomorrow. How are you going to do? But that should allow us to take a peek at who they play tomorrow. That's what I want to check. So let's pull up the closed qualifiers.
I'm just really excited for this Revelation team. I really like them a lot, and they look good. But it's one thing to do well in qualifiers. It's another to do well at an event. So
yeah. So they will be playing in the lower. They will be in the lower round. They play the loser of D. So they'll play the loser of EG or One Way, and then after that they would play Animal Planet or Kings of Urban Christ. So they've got a tough bracket. You're telling me their first opposition is probably going to be EG if EG loses. They'll probably play One Way.
Yeah.
And for
One
those
Way is Kai 99, Wild Scion, Demonator, and Gino.
Damn. Okay. So they got some talent on that team. A lot of OGs. If you guys don't know, Wild Scion and Gino are the two that stick out to me. Well, let me pull up the bracket for you guys so you guys can see it. Let's full screen this. So looking at tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be doing this portion of the bracket. This all this upper area. This is what I'll be covering tomorrow. So tomorrow's a little bit different for the stream, you guys. TFB is the Blanking Boys. I can't say their middle name because it's not okay, but it's Trey Duck and Deck, as Crowley just said. Tomorrow's a little bit different for the streams. There will be 4 streams as well, like there was today, but each streamer will cover a portion of the bracket. So one streamer will cover this, one streamer will cover this, one streamer covers this, the other streamer covers, and it goes through. So a little bit different. Some of those are going to be coinciding at the same time. I know this one, which is mine, and then the other one, which I think is Sadie, will be at the same time. So it varies, but then I know one streamer has like this and this or something like that. I forget how it is. The difference, though, is there is no grand final or lower final like there was today, just because those teams qualify. Like, if you win this match or if you win this match, you go to Leipzig. That's all it is. So a little bit different. That will be all day tomorrow. Those start, I think, about the same time. Yeah, those start at noon on Sunday. That is Central Time, North American time, which I think is like 6 or 7 European time, CET, I'm pretty sure. But good matches all around. Shout out to Corelli for joining me. My voice appreciates it.
Yeah, man, it was fun.
Even though we're just
Thanks
hanging.
for having me.
Yeah, man. Super chill. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. A little bit different than what we've done in the past, rather than super all-in casting and all that kind of stuff. We try to keep it a little bit more chill and more insightful, talking about what's happening, what's going down, even if the drawings do look like half Batman symbols or whatever the hell you guys are talking about. Hopefully it's a little bit more insightful and a little bit more entertaining than just your standard this is Rocket League stuff. But that does it for us. That's the A bracket. All the teams have been decided. Ours, for some reason, decided to take the longest, of course. Trying to think, before we close out, any questions you guys have? We've been live for 4 hours. Normally I would keep streaming, but